Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Monday. We are here. We're queer and we're proud. Oop, wrong channel. This is the Howard channel. I thought we were on OutQ. We're here and we're proud.
We're not queer?
No. I know Oprah's not gay. I've been watching these clips on her website of Oprah behind the scenes.
Uh-huh.
And they're quite fascinating. You get to see Oprah and her staff behind the scenes. And it seems that everybody on Oprah's staff is fatter than Oprah. Like the women are all 9 million pounds. And
yeah.
it seems like, I've always had this suspicion that Oprah doesn't do all that much work. It seems like that's a producer's show where they pull the topic, they get the guests, they get everything lined up from segment to segment, and Oprah marches in every day and does the show.
Right.
And gets the glory. It's a very, very strange thing, and I think these people have a lot of pressure. They all apparently are afraid of Oprah and not pleasing Oprah. I really am taking notes because I need to...
she's running the organization the right way, right?
Yeah, like I should march in like a diva and then...
Is it better to be feared or loved? That's what you have the question of.
Everyone else around here, it doesn't seem all that neurotic, and
They
I'm
love
neurotic.
you, they don't fear you.
No, and I'm neurotic about the show. Everybody else is like, don't worry about it. Howard will get it done. No guests, no problem.
Ooh.
I fear them, you know. So, no, so, you know, our staff isn't under the same pressure Oprah's is. Oprah's staff is like two of the talent bookers, they had to get J.K. Rowling's on the show.
Uh-huh.
J.K. Rowling's the woman, of course, who wrote Harry Potter.
Yes.
This was Oprah. Oprah has to interview her. And, you know, I understand why.
Look, I haven't had her yet. Where is she?
And J.K. Rowling has hit books, and then J.K. Rowling's used to be, like, homeless or something.
And she doesn't do interviews and the whole
Right.
thing, yeah.
So, they, you know, and they're all like, we have to get this for Oprah. We have to. I think I almost have J.K. Rowling. I mean, these two fat women are just, well, they weren't that fat, but they have a lot of fat executive producer types. It's wild. And then Oprah apparently shows up in her sweatpants. Like she comes to Harpo completely undone, and her sweatpants are way too tight, and her ass and her fucking legs are thick, and
Oh, dear.
it's wild stuff. We shoot all that stuff behind the scenes. I called Doug Goodson and I go, you know, our fans would love to see more of that stuff. Just like Oprah's fans like to see what goes on behind the scenes. Like, for example, on our show, if you ever hear Will Murray's side of the pre-interview for some people, you don't even have to hear the other person on the phone. That would be a bonus.
Yeah, just to hear Will asking the questions?
Yeah, like Will will be doing a pre-interview with someone saying, well, how far was that tube up your ass? And, you know, it's just like, it's just weird stuff.
He gets to interview the most interesting people.
The other day I was in the hall and I just kind of poked my head around a corner and I was watching Will, Jason, and John Hine. They were all having a big discussion and Will was holding court and there's a whole talk show going on out there.
Wow.
What happens
And nobody's capturing it?
Well, no. But you know what it is. You got to have a lot of resources. You got to have cameras on
Everywhere and with everyone, yes.
Yeah, I mean, you could just follow Benji, Fred. Our fans would love it. I've always said that about Howard TV. I think that's the next step for Howard TV, that we should, I thought from the beginning we should have reality shows like, you know. I mean, I'm always fascinated watching you in the hallway after the show. You're busy, you're running around.
I am not really in the halls anymore.
I see you run out and then you're charge out. I'm always like, wonder where she's going. She seems to be.
Yeah, well, I'm usually going somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd like to know where you go. And then I'd like to hear you interviewed about where you just went. I mean, I'm curious. And Fred, he's a man of mystery. I don't know what he does.
Nobody knows what Fred does.
He sits here after the show and he's doing something. I don't know what.
But he disappears too.
I always said,
where does he go?
You could just keep a camera on Fred. That would be very good for me for the whole show. Just watch him. People are fascinated with Fred.
And, well, they should be.
Yeah, I mean, I'd watch a show where Benji's just getting ready for work in the morning because today his head looks more bald than ever, and he's more wet and disgusting than ever. Like he just came over and said something, and I looked over and I went, "Oh
He's
my
wet,
God,
completely wet."
His head is dripping. His hair is almost all gone.
It's 20 degrees outside. He's sweating.
How does he manage that?
Is it because you wear that ski cap that your head gets hot, or is that why you sweat, or you just took a shower, or?
I think it's because I just taken a shower. Yeah.
But I mean, you come over here after you take a shower, you're out of the shower for quite some time, like at least
You'd
a half
think you'd
hour.
dry off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd think.
It's weird. Do you just sweat a lot?
I don't know. I'm not sweating now at all.
Yeah, no, now you're all right. I guess he dried off.
Yeah.
What does he do, Fred? Does he wipe himself down?
I think he just air dries.
Do you have a towel? Do you use a towel
when you put a newspaper out in the sun.
At home? Yeah, I use a towel.
That's
You
weird.
think he gets
Not a lot on my head,
completely
though.
wet?
I mean, how can you be so...
You can't be that wet and go down the street. I mean, I take a shower every day. By the time I'm ready to blow dry my hair, it's almost dry on its own.
Yeah, right.
So...
Benji's really losing his hair, too.
Yeah.
That was weird. Like, what happened? Like, all of a sudden, it's like all out.
I think it's.
Let me see. Take your hat off. It's almost all gone.
I'm really, yeah.
Let me see.
Every day I look up things about balding cures and.
Nah. Wow.
Yeah.
You're not going to go with Sal and get the
𝗵ici𝗄?
𝗵ici𝗄 off the internet?
Yeah.
I think you're waiting too long.
I know.
You know, I think it's, you know what, man?
But you don't look bad that way. Maybe you should just go for the shaved head look.
I might.
No, don't shave. You know what? I like this look, because if he shaves his head, he's going to look like Uncle Fester.
Oh. That's
You know
not
what I
a good
mean?
look.
I think you could get a little more hair back with that 𝗵ici𝗄, and then you could just do like a Caesar haircut.
Would you ever wear a toupee? You would never wear it.
Yeah, if it looked right.
Yeah.
If
Why
it
would
looked
he do
right.
that?
I mean, a lot of those guys, you guys, I'm like, my God, that guy has such great thick hair, and you guys are all like, oh, that's the toupee.
You know what? I don't
know.
notice all the time. There was a guy that everyone was very keen on the fact that he wore a wig. You know, he wore a toupee. I didn't know. I'm thinking of this guy. I mean, I really didn't know, and I'm embarrassed I didn't know.
I wonder if we're thinking of the same guy, because one of the guys we worked with at K-Rock, I was like, he was in his late 50s. And he just had this
no, him I knew.
Oh, I was like, how does he have such great hair?
Everybody knew him. You really were fooled by him?
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, I didn't always understand why his hair was
Stop
askew sometimes to the side. But,
Right. No, there's a guy I know. You don't know him. I'm thinking about who wears the toupee. And he even had, like, different toupees to show, like, when he got a haircut. You know what I mean? Like, he had the whole
Like
thing
he had
down.
a whole rotation he would do, so
Yeah.
he would look like his hair was naturally growing, then he'd get it cut, and it was growing, and then he'd get it cut.
And then people would say, people come up to me all of a sudden and go, "Can you believe so-and-so's toupee? I mean, what the fuck is he thinking?" And I go, "Oh, yeah, it's horrible."
But you didn't know.
But I didn't know. So sometimes it does fool me, but you know what? You don't want to go that route because, first of all,
the maintenance.
The maintenance.
And Benji's not a guy who's going to maintain it.
No, his is going to be all a big mess. And you know what? You don't look bad like this. You really don't.
But that's why I wear a hat. A hat's like a toupee.
Right.
It keeps, you know.
That's cool.
It looks
Try and get a cooler hat. I saw a bald guy I know was wearing like a really cool hat.
Like a Kango or something.
No, it was like
a beret.
No, not a beret. He wore like what you're wearing, like a ski cap, but it was like a little less constructed. It wasn't so.
But you can't wear what Benji's wearing right now all the time.
No, only in the winter. In the winter, you'll look like you have a full head of hair. In summer, it's hard to pull off. But you know what? Fuck it, man. You look fine.
Thanks.
I mean, you don't look fine, but you're not gonna look any better with hair. I remember when you had hair, you didn't look all that good.
Yeah, but you always have hope when you don't have it.
Hair maybe was not your thing.
Fuck it. I'm just so glad I have my hair. You know, I posted a picture of myself on my Facebook account, and all my friends wrote in, especially the friends I grew up with. Are you getting younger? Are you like how are you defying the odds here? Well, but you know what it is? I'm lucky. I have a full head of hair, and I have very little gray. Compared to people my age. I've got some gray if you look close. But I mean, it's pretty much dark, thick hair.
Still a lot of dark hair.
And that gives me my youthful appearance. On top of the fact I stay relatively thin.
Uh-huh.
You know, especially, you know, if I hide that little belly of mine, which I can in clothes. The trick is to wear baggy shit. Baggy is good. Tight, no good. Tight, not good for most people. Baggy.
No, there are very few people who can do the tight thing.
When you wear baggy, nobody knows what's doing. That's the way to go. Trust me on this. I'm no fashion expert. I see people who are supposedly fashion experts. Too tight. Got to go baggy. Listen to me. Unless you're a fucking supermodel. Like Beth will wear those skin-tight fucking outfits.
Yeah, those Harvey Leger bandage dresses and all of that.
She wears all that stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, well, yeah, good. You should. Everyone else, no.
Right.
keep away from that shit.
Everyone else, don't wear a bandage unless you have an injury.
And by the way, Lisa G, I didn't get to her. Lisa, do you want to come in and do a quick rundown on what's happening in the Howard 100 News? Let's hear that, and then we'll get back to all the action.
Lisa Glassberg takes shifts at work.
Yeah.
Take shifts at work.
Singing my own theme song.
Go ahead. What do you got for us, Lisa G, from the Howard 100 News?
Well, Howard, according to Bravo TV's millionaire matchmaker, Patty Stanger, you are wrong about older women finding a guy. She says odds are not in your favor statistically. There are way more women than men here in the United States.
What am I wrong about?
What did you say?
What did I say?
You said that it's easy to find a guy, and that when you were talking to me, you said I'm being too picky.
Well, you are. I mean, you're a very good-looking girl. And I heard the guys on the wrap-up show talking about you, and I was waiting for you to go in, but you didn't.
What were they saying?
Well, they were just talking about how good-looking Lisa is and stuff, but a lot of guys don't get a vibe from her that she really wants a man, but she only wants a man like me or something, like who's super, super successful. That was basically the rap I heard.
So she could have some broken down wreck of a guy.
Right.
I could have Ted Williams.
You could get him easy. No, but I think Lisa, you know what, my theory on Lisa is, quite frankly, she's not such an enigma to me. I kind of feel that Lisa is a girl who's very satisfied in her everyday life. She doesn't need a man to complete her. If she found a guy who was like really cool and she could, you know, kind of vibe with him, she'd be with him. But if that doesn't come along, if he's not perfect, then why fuck up her life?
Right.
Do I have that pretty much correct?
Well, he doesn't have to be perfect, but I am very
But you
happy.
don't want to screw up your life just to have a guy. Some guy who's going to drive you crazy.
Yeah, no.
Wait, Gary was talking about you. You sound like a piece of chicken.
What did he say?
He's like, well, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to get in trouble with HR, but I turned around the other day and I saw Lisa's ass and it looked really good. Benji was saying something about he'd go out with her, but he wouldn't have sex with her, and I'm like, yes,
What?
No, that's not what I said.
What did you say again?
I said I find her absolutely physically attractive.
Right.
I think you guys are wrong about her. I think she's perfectly happy with a regular guy. But I just said we wouldn't be right for marriage. I like her a lot, but I wouldn't pursue marriage with her. We're not the right.
Isn't that sad? Like Benji would.
Benji won't marry you. I'm sorry.
I think a lot of guys would be very happy with her.
Have you had any more depressing news than the fact that Benji wouldn't consider marrying you? I mean, come on. Do you think Benji would be a slam
Look,
dunk for
I
you,
consider you lucky. Benji wouldn't marry you.
Well, poor Lisa's probably like,
I wouldn't marry Robin either. I mean, it just.
And that's why I
more
consider
good news.
myself lucky.
My shoes would
But I like you, and I think you're
I'm lucky
attractive. But
that you wouldn't marry me.
More good news.
I would not put my ski hat on your bed.
There's nothing more than for a woman to be told by an overweight, sweaty, bald guy that you're not good enough for him.
that's not what I'm saying.
Yes, you are.
Thank you,
No,
thank
no,
you.
it's not.
You're saying you're not totally overwhelmed with them. They're not good enough for you to marry.
That's not what I'm saying
That's
at all.
exactly what you're saying.
No, it's not. I'm saying I said there's some. Listen, you
Like
you
Lisa
got-
and Robin aren't good enough for you
That's
to marry.
absolutely not true. I think they're wonderful people. I like them. But there's people that
I
you're
will
more
not share
compatible
my
with, that you
sweaty
have a lot of
balls with
fun
them.
with on
Yeah,
a
you
daily
don't
basis.
dig them enough.
Well,
We're not fun.
So the people that you didn't
Benji's
marry,
fun.
the people that you didn't settle with when you were dating, they weren't good enough for you?
You know what? You two are official losers now.
That's
Benji
right.
rejected
We're
you.
not fun.
You're not fun.
Well, I'm rejecting you because no jeans fit you in the store when we went jean shopping.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Forget it.
Good for you.
Thank you.
I told you she was
You know what? I'm not upset about being rejected by
Oh, you should be.
I'm not upset
Because
at
that's
all.
about as bad as it gets.
I am very proud
This reminds
that
me-
Benji wouldn't have me.
When I would go to parties in high school, and these enormous fat chicks would not even speak to me. Like I went there because I was like, well, all right, I'll settle.
I'll be the piece of ass here.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just settle because I need some female attention. And then I'd go and I'd be totally ignored, and like sit on a couch and smoke cigarettes while all my friends spoke to these chicks. I actually went over to a group of these big, enormous fat women. They looked like Oprah and her producers. And these girls wouldn't talk to me.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how creepy I must have been. Anyway, Lisa, go ahead. What else do you have in the Howard 100 News?
Well, Patty says there are 5 single women to every guy here in New York City, not to mention that most men are looking for someone younger. And she suggests that older women be more proactive, like go to the suburbs to look for guys if you live in the city.
It's like
Where
a
are you?
hunting expedition.
I'm in the desert looking for men.
It's man season in the
Let's
suburbs.
go to
Where do you
Afghanistan.
go on Long Island? Look for most of Long Island is mostly like married couples. It's mostly bedroom communities.
I guess you got to find a widower or a divorcee.
That sounds good.
How about you can inherit all his kids.
I'll move to Boca and make a casserole for a
I guess we
widower.
go. You know where I would go, girls? Cancer wards. You marry a guy, he's got money. He's not going to be around that long,
And you see him off
and they're hard
in
up.
a nice way.
Isn't that this terrible news for single women? Like,
Go to the suburbs.
Go to the suburbs. Go to a cancer ward. Go to a desert. We understand there's very few.
Well, they always
women.
have Alaska. If you're really desperate, there's supposedly no women up there.
Yeah, Jupiter. Where was that planet that Harry Mudd took women to?
Oh, God. I forget the name.
It was a
of it.
mining planet on Star Trek.
What about a grief counseling group? Just lie.
Yeah. How about AA? You know, you go there and.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people find love at the rehab places.
I like women who go to church to meet guys. Like you're going to meet a fucking, those are all mental case guys, What are they
Well,
doing?
I mean, in the bar, there are mental cases. There are mental cases everywhere.
Just trust me, there's no normal guy going to church on Sunday.
Can I admit what I did?
What'd you do?
I went to a Shabbat dinner.
Yeah.
When?
How'd that work out?
It was good food.
I know when you went. Shabbat. When'd
What
you go?
is Shabbat?
This weekend?
Years ago, no.
Oh. It's the Jews, that's their Sunday.
Oh, you mean
Friday night.
just the usual Sabbath dinner?
Right.
Okay.
She went to Shabbat dinner.
Sounds so depressing.
And I bet you the guys were really great.
Well, you mean it was a big gathering just for singles or something?
Kind of like that, yeah.
How bad was it?
It's pretty bad.
Yeah. Were the guys complete
The
douchebags?
thing is, I meet
And they
really
all-
great women there. I made a new friend.
And all the guys are like, they really think highly of themselves, like Benji. Like
Yeah, they were like
as a
Benji.
woman, I'd be sitting there going, Benji is so disgusting that, you know what? Maybe I'll settle for
Benji goes to the Shabbat
No, I'd
dinner.
be like, maybe I'll settle for a Benji. And then all of a sudden, Benji goes, I wouldn't consider you at all. Like, these guys at the Shabbat dinner are all princes, Like Benji.
You are not in my car.
That's not what it is.
I got a high opinion of myself.
I do have a high opinion of myself,
do.
but I also want to be with someone that we.
It's just very depressing for women to hear that you would reject them because
No, it's not. Look
you're
at
bottom,
him.
you're bottom of the barrel.
Robin, are there
Turkey hook.
any wonderful guys that you're probably not compatible
Like
with?
it would be a,
No, I would be compatible with
It
any
would be
wonderful
Like the guy that Howard brought in the other day?
it would be a
Because he went to
Who
church.
said he was wonderful?
It would be a
Why
huge,
was he a bad guy?
Benji, it would be a huge compromise for a woman to reduce herself to your level.
I don't think so, Howard.
And now you're saying you don't want them.
Right.
Robin, what was wrong with the guy Howard brought in? Why?
I don't know
He wasn't
that
good
man.
enough for you?
I don't know him.
All right, Benji, thank you. All right. I don't want to get into
I
that.
know you.
I don't find you marriage material.
No, for me, I want someone that I.
I am
one tiger who can't be tamed.
Doesn't he remind you of all the guys at the Shabbat dinner, like very physically unimpressive and yet kind of like a prince?
Like stuck on himself.
Yeah, like wow, he's
Full of himself.
Yeah, it's like these guys on the beach with really big bellies. They strut around like, wow, I'm really handsome.
I'm a chubby Tarzan.
Meanwhile, women are wrapped in towels.
Right. They don't want to be seen.
Yeah.
You know, even though they're fine. They just want to keep covered up. It's very depressing.
So, Lisa,
Yeah.
are you insulted by Benji's comment that he likes you and he's attracted to you, but you're not the marrying type in his
No,
art?
he is a typical guy. It's like what I told Howard, the guys on the beach, these huge pot bellies, and they're rubbing their bellies like they're like, you know, King Kong, and they're hot. Doesn't surprise me at all. He's got a big ego. I think women could learn from the Benjis of the world. Doesn't matter how fat you are, you have no hair, you got a big nose, if you're, you know, a freak. If you just think you're hot, you're hot. And other people will think that too. So God bless Benji.
So Howard always says it's a man's world. It really is a man's world when guys can, you know, sort of marry up, so to speak. They can get these girls or girlfriends.
Yeah, look at Benji's date from last year's Christmas party, Sarah. She's so cute. I mean, come on. And she got naked for him in the studio. And look at Robin. She's gorgeous. Guys should be knocking down her door.
But what about Benji? Where do you think he gets his ego from? Because he's on the show and he's a bit of a celebrity? I mean,
No, I don't think it has to do with that he works with Howard Stern. I mean, that adds to it, but I think most guys have big egos, and God bless them.
now what if Benji had said, you know, I'm attracted to Lisa, and I would marry her. Would there be any sparks flying between you two? Is there any attraction coming from your end?
Oh, that's a good question. That's funny. No, because he sweats too much.
Not even those baby blue eyes, or the fact that he's very cerebral, very bright guy. He writes a lot of great lines, that Howard says.
Yeah, he is funny. Funny is good. You know what? I haven't even let myself go there. So can you get back to me tomorrow?
I see the window is still slightly cracked open, so maybe
That's
Benji
funny.
should...
I did go clothes shopping with him. That was fun. I felt like, oh, we're married. We're going clothes shopping.
Did you see his calves when he changed into a
Can I
different
tell you
outfit?
something? he walked out of the dressing room wearing his boxer shorts, but they looked like old-fashioned gym shorts. And I went, what are you wearing? I couldn't even tell they were boxers. You know, it was so funny. He's crazy. Probably he makes women laugh, and women love a great sense of humor, so that's definitely working in his favor.
So Benji, do you feel bad at all about the way things came across when you were talking about Lisa G this morning?
Yeah, like I do, because you know, it's so funny. Like everyone always says I'm so shticky, and maybe I don't know if they were just trying to be funny and saying like I was thinking that you know, I'm better than Lisa G, or I'm better than Robin, or they're not good enough for me. I think it's a very natural thing that there's some people that you think are great people, but you don't think that they're. I think potentially both of us would be happier with other people. I don't think I'd be miserable being married to Lisa, I like being with her. I think we would have a lot of fun together. But I think personality-wise, there's women that I'm more compatible with than her for marriage. And I'm sure vice versa too. But I think a lot of guys would absolutely love being married to her.
But Lisa takes that as a personal insult.
Does she really? I can't believe.
When I spoke with her, her vibe seemed to suggest, you know, it's a man's world where someone, you know, you're a typical guy who you know, who might not be, you know, super hot himself, thinking he can get this attractive woman, and that's what she said.
I would love to talk to her one-on-one on camera about it. You want to do it? Can we get her? Because I mean, it's just the most ridiculous thing in the world. I think she's physically desirable. I think she has a sweetheart. It's just, I don't get that at all. Like, are there guys that she doesn't think are great guys that just she knows aren't right for her for marriage? I mean,
that's a valid point.
Should we get her? Or
Yeah,
is that,
to the newsroom.
are you allowed to come?
Well, once we get to the newsroom, I can start.
All right.
Okay.
We'll see if she's up for it.
I'll meet you there.
All right. Greg told me you were offended by it, or.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, well, maybe I misread it. Like, do you like?
I wasn't offended. Where'd that come from?
Well, you said that
I said
a lot
all
of these
guys have big egos and women could learn.
But what is? I don't understand what it has to do with ego. Like, you think
Because
listen,
you think Robin and I aren't good enough for you.
is that really what you think?
Yeah,
Because
that's
I think,
what you said.
I never said that. That's what Howard said. Because I don't.
We're not
think,
for you.
I don't think we're compatible for marriage. That doesn't mean you're not good enough for
Hold
me.
on, it's my dad.
All right.
Oh, I'm kidding. What?
Are there any guys that you think are great guys and you like them and enjoy them, but you don't think probably not right for you for marriage?
Yeah, probably.
And does that mean that they're not good enough for you?
Well, they're not good. That's a heavily loaded question because they're two separate categories: friend, girlfriend,
Right.
friend, marriage. So you think of me and Robin more in the friend category.
Yeah, but it's also, I don't think our personalities would be right for marriage. Do you?
Right? No, I don't.
Does that mean I'm not good enough for you? I mean, if that's what it means, it's fine. But...
No, it's not good enough. It's just that it's wrong. You're wrong.
Okay, so but why, when I say it, it means that you're not good enough for me? I never said that.
And now you're getting me all confused. Now I'm like getting into the Benji zone. I think you need someone who's 28
Okay.
and a stripper.
All right. Like I said, like Mary Lou Henner, I think she's in her mid or late 50s. And I might, if I knew her for 5 years, maybe there'd be things that we wouldn't be right for marriage. Hearing her talk for like the interview, I was like, this is a woman, the kind of personality I'd love to marry.
Right, so would I. She's a great person.
So we should both like be emailing her.
No, she's great. I went, wow, I want to be her friend.
Okay, well, we're both looking to marry Mary Lou Henner if she's watching.
And
this.
a guy version of that.
Or even the girl version.
I think you would be best suited for someone younger and have some kids.
It's not, but it's. Listen. I like you a lot. Like I've said it on camera, on radio. I'm physically attracted to you. I think if we went on dates,
But
I
not
would have
enough.
fun. No, it's not. I said
Is this for behind the scenes, the new?
I think if we
show?
went on dates, I would have fun. I think you would have fun. I enjoy you. I enjoy hanging out with you. I think potentially for marriage, though, there's other people that we'd both be much happier with. And I think there are a lot of guys would absolutely be perfect wife for, and they would love you as a wife.
Who?
As a specific type of guy, I think like a John Hine type of guy is more...
So don't you know any nice John Hine type of guys?
Most of the guys I know are married.
There you go.
But if and this may start a segment, I could definitely take you on the street or take you anywhere that you'd feel comfortable and find you guys that you would want to date.
Right, but I don't want to meet a stranger.
Okay.
Because nice people know nice people, so you're a nice person. If you
Thank you.
knew a nice person, that would be terrific. So I've been here 5 years now. Only one person has set me up, and that's Sal.
Right. Yeah.
So that's not a good average.
But I encouraged you a lot to go to dating events and
Yeah, but
to put
it's too
yourself out.
young. It's too young for me.
All right.
I've said to you, if you tell me where to go, I'm more than open to. But you haven't come back with anything that's age
Well, I'm
appropriate.
saying let's go walk around the park. And
I don't want to meet a stranger.
But isn't everyone? What's that expression like?
share?
No one's really a stranger. They're just a future
God.
friend.
Yeah, or an axe murderer.
Okay.
But thank you for
So
caring.
so that rules it out if they're an
I'm not
if they
gonna go
once
trolling
if they
the
once
street.
killed someone with an axe, they're like they're
Right.
out forever.
Right, like my
Oh.
grandmother said, if a guy tells you he's an axe murderer, believe him.
Have you had a guy tell you that?
No.
What do you say? Well, what do you do?
No, but like if someone says, I don't like to get close and personal with someone, that's not a good thing. Or one guy said to me, you know what, I just don't like to be in touch with people. Well, I'm not your gal.
Maybe we should go on a date.
No. Don't
Ben, scooch a little closer there. I want to see how this looks
okay.
in frame. No, I just want to see
if
how...
Lisa feels comfortable with me scooching closer, I will.
No, stay right
Okay.
there. You're all sweaty.
Wait, that's such a lie. Am I sweaty at all?
A little.
Where? Show it.
You're shiny.
Okay, point it at the camera and then look on the camera. So people can judge.
It really annoys him, and that he's not qualified to be your security guy. He doesn't know who could have trained him. He was just really serious
if
about
he's
it.
doing his descriptions and we're trying to guess, should I hold off on the Ronnie discussion until can I talk to him up front about that?
You may want to wait.
Right. Hey, let me bring in this FBI dude. I think he's an FBI guy. He was a former FBI guy. Maybe not.
Well, make up your mind.
I don't know.
Does this guy have credentials or not?
He's a criminal behaviorist.
All right, what does that mean?
And he's a big deal. Hey,
Who
my
does he
man,
work for?
this is Dale Yeager, everybody. Did you write a book or something? Well, good for you.
Did anybody read it?
I just went on Kindle, Amazon.
All right.
Okay, good for you.
It's
Dale
on Booey.
Yeager's book, 3 Myths About Bullying, What Every Parent and Grandparent Should Know to Protect Their Children and Grandchildren, is available now at Amazon.com. And Dale even has a website. It's called seraph.net. seraph.net.
Yeah.
Seraph. What's seraph?
It's Hebrew.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the root word for seraphim, the highest order of angels.
Oh, shit. All right,
Yeah.
good
What
for
are
you.
we up to there?
Yeah, I don't know,
What
man.
kind of name is that?
It looks good on a T-shirt, Robin. Hi, how are you?
I'm okay.
Dale, tell me about your life here. Were you an FBI profiler?
No, I did not work
I
for
don't
the
know where I
FBI.
got the word FBI
No.
from. But you're what is a profiler?
Well, I'm a criminal behavior analyst,
Right.
and profiling is one thing that I do. The
Now,
only
who
people,
would you do this for?
well, I teach for the Justice Department. So I teach here in New York for the DEA,
Right.
for the feds, down in Puerto Rico, New Jersey, all over the United States, Wisconsin. I train law enforcement in advanced interrogation.
I see. Do you have a waterboard, anybody?
No, you don't have to do that. You want to make them your friend.
Ah, that's the key.
So you're
huh?
good
That's the
cop.
key. Oh,
Yeah.
well, no, there is no good cop, bad cop.
Like, in other words, if I committed a crime and you think I did it,
yeah, you'll
you would-
talk to me,
because you're a good guy and you're like, hey, you'll be my friend.
and I'll manipulate your unconscious mind.
Wow.
I'll get in there. I'll walk around.
Is it almost like a hypnotist in a way?
No.
No. You just know the questions to ask?
Well, I don't do pop psychology. Carl Rogers, Maslow, you're okay, I'm okay.
Right,
I'm
right,
a Freudian. So just like your psychiatrist,
Right.
it's really psychotherapy when you do analysis on someone.
Are you manipulating me right now?
Absolutely not.
Oh, thank you.
You're too good at it.
Please do.
Did you
Feel
like
free.
Law and Order Criminal Intent?
Oh, don't start. Please don't get me started. Those shows, please stop watching those shows.
What is wrong with those shows?
They're inaccurate. Nothing happens in 48 minutes.
Right. All right, but you understand it's a TV show.
I understand
They
that. I
can't
got that.
have it going
Yeah.
on forever.
And so,
Silence of the Lambs was a very good film.
how do you learn your craft? How did you learn this?
I went to the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center
Right.
in Glencoe, so I trained there for several years. And then I had training in D.C. through the Justice Department.
And forgive me, but I don't understand what it is you do. In other words, let's say I hire you. What do I
Okay.
need you to do?
Well, a team of detectives are going to interrogate someone. I write the interrogation questions.
All right, so in other words, John Benet Ramsey was just killed, let's say.
Yeah,
Okay? Well, let's
yeah.
go back
You're
in
going to
time.
go back there, huh?
Well, I don't, I'm
Well,
trying
it's
to
a
pick
case everybody
I'm trying to pick a famous case.
I worked on the original case.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah.
Were you called
in the 90s?
Were you called in to try to question the parents?
I wrote an analysis of the ransom note for religious themes for the DA, and then they asked me about a year later to write a psych profile on Patsy,
With the mom.
which she did not like. I ended up in her book that her and her husband wrote.
Did you interview her?
No, you can't talk to people when you profile them.
Because they lawyer up, though, sometimes, and you can't talk to them.
With Patsy, my job was to write questions that would make her angry, because people will blurt things out when they're angry.
Right.
Because when you saw her on TV, she was heavily medicated.
Right. So who used your questions when they...
The detectives team.
And what was one of the questions you wrote to make her angry?
I talked about Jesus and, guilt and sin, because she was a very religious person.
So you figured that might get to her?
Well, it did. She threw a chair, so...
I see. Was it
well, what does that tell you?
What was the question? Do you know specifically which one she threw a chair at?
I forget which one they were at. I think it was the third question in.
Right.
And she got very angry, stood up, and
It was about Jesus.
About Jesus and forgiveness, and do you believe that when you commit a sin that God will forgive you? And she was like, where are you going with this? Because she was being interviewed. She couldn't be interrogated because she wasn't arrested.
So the mom and dad were cleared of all wrongdoing.
No, they weren't.
They were not?
No, they weren't.
You still think they had something to do with it?
Here's what I'm going to say, and I'm going to be very candid today, but it's an open murder investigation. So please understand, Howard, there's some things I can't talk about. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
In my personal opinion, the evidence is very clear that Patsy killed her. Killed her daughter.
That's your opinion.
That's my opinion.
But the law
having
has
worked
never,
on...
ever. Let's be fair to her memory. Isn't she dead now?
Yeah, she's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you came to that conclusion based on what? The evidence you looked at?
The evidence, yeah. I worked on the case. Everybody else is giving opinions about this case. They never saw the case file.
What was the thing that made you believe that she had done it?
I can't talk about the evidence.
I see.
Sorry.
But that's your belief. Did you write about that in your book?
No.
No.
I've turned down a book offer about that. I didn't want to deal with it anymore. It was the only case I ever worked on that was never adjudicated, never went to trial.
Didn't they find some guy who confessed to it?
No.
Why my memory?
We had already interviewed him back in the 90s. The DA that brought that up and went to find him, she took all of our research and put it in a storage locker and said that we were all biased.
There was no guy from Thailand?
No.
Yeah. There was a guy.
He was cleared back in the 90s.
He was
had
cleared,
taken the time to read the information.
I see. So it's still considered an open
It is
case
an open
that was
murder
never solved.
investigation in Colorado, yeah.
Wow. And since then, the woman has died. Was that frustrating to you because of your beliefs? Yeah.
Because this little girl deserved justice. And my son was the same age as John Bonet at the time of the murder.
Right. So you took it to heart.
So as a parent, it really bothered me.
So you really know your
Can you tell us what you think the reason for... Was it like an anger thing?
Jealousy?
An accidental...
No, it wasn't jealousy. It was she felt that she was losing her daughter, control of her daughter. And that's all I can say. It had nothing to do with jealousy.
That's your opinion.
That's my opinion, yes.
Right.
And the opinion of the original team that worked on it. Steve Thomas wrote a book, if you want to read a great book about that case.
And you felt that was an accurate book?
Absolutely. He was the chief detective. I mean, I worked for him.
So you really know your stuff. You've been a criminal behavior analyst since 1988. You work in criminal psychology, forensic psychology, sex crimes, crime scene forensics, and domestic terrorism analysis.
Yes.
So, I mean, you know your stuff.
Yes.
Are you a top expert?
For the Justice Department, I'm a subject matter expert, yes, for the Hyde and the McLaughlin programs.
It's impressive. You've also been on the Oprah show. Why were you on that show?
Talking about date rape.
I see.
She didn't like what I had to say.
What did you say?
I said that people make excuses for people, and that most people don't need a hug. They need a good swift kick in the behind and told to get their act together.
Referring to what?
Coddling. People being coddled, and we got away from the date rape thing and started talking about pop psychology.
Oh, you're talking about raising people.
Yeah, how parents raise children and they're codependent with them, like Wolfie's interviews. They always drive me crazy.
They do.
Yeah, like they drive you crazy.
Does our show drive you crazy?
I've been listening since '85.
All right, so I
grew up with you people.
So this is what Wolfie actually...
Oh, well, then I just dispute everything you just said.
Wolfie, any guy who listens to us can't know what he's talking about. In fact, because you're so highly credentialed, I became interested in you because Wolfie suggested you come on the show because you have profiled some of the people on our show. Is that correct?
Yeah, about a year ago. To keep up my chops, I only work as a consultant on about 6 or 7 criminal cases a year.
Right.
So to keep my you got to use it or you lose it. So I did it just for fun about a year ago.
Would it be a fun game right now if you were to describe a analysis of a person and we try to guess who that person is?
Yes.
Would that work?
Some people are going to be very unhappy. I have 6 profiles in my pocket.
Robin, would you like to play with us?
I would love that.
I would love it too. I like this game. All right, here he is, Dale Yeager. His book, 3 Myths About Bullying, What Every Parent and Grandparent Should Know. You can check out Dale's website at seraph.net, seraph.net. He is a expert profiler. He has trained the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center from 2005 to 2008. He has multiple Justice Department clearances. He is one of the only 60 forensic profilers in North America. And, more impressively, he's been on Oprah, which means, which is everyone. So, I assume these profiles are highly accurate.
Oh, they're very accurate. People aren't going to like them, but they're accurate.
All right. Describe person number 1, and we'll see if we can guess. Fred, are you in playing on this one? Yeah.
A conflicted person unable to transition from a previously successful career to a modestly successful position now. A chameleon-like personality who adjusts behavior depending on the people they are currently spending time with. Continued attempts at resurrecting the perceived success of the previous career. Insecure about physical image. Vacillates between fashion that covers up and fashion that enhances gender.
That is Sal Governale.
Well, he didn't have a successful career before.
Well, I think that this guy's confused.
Let me think. Is that Sal, you think?
Well, that's my opinion.
I mean, it's a terrible profile, right, Fred? Who had a lot of success?
I have a
and now
guess, but is it? I'll just ask one quick. Can I ask one question?
Don't peek, Fred.
No, I'm not peeking. I can't even see. I can't even see.
Okay.
Is this someone who used to work with the show?
No, they're currently here.
Currently here.
They're outside.
Holy shit.
Wow.
I'm telling you, it's Sal.
Is Robin right?
Incorrect.
Oh,
Incorrect.
You're kidding.
All right, Robin, your guess is no good.
I actually didn't profile Sal.
Oh,
Wow.
interesting.
Well, that's
Who
the one
wants
we
to do
need.
that? That's frightening.
Wait. Currently here.
Currently here.
Transitioning from a successful career to a less
You had a successful career, Robin.
And this is
you were
What are you talking about?
you were in the military. You were an Air Force captain.
I've had 50 careers.
I'm going to
true.
take a really shitty guess. If it's someone who's currently on staff, is it John Lieberman?
No.
No.
Jesus.
Who the hell could profile him? Who the hell had a successful career? Everyone here
When
is
you
such
find
a loser.
out, when you find out, it'll make sense.
Really?
I never had a successful career except for
The
this.
key is the last. The key is the
Can
last.
I hear the last sentence again?
Insecure about physical image, vacillates between fashion that covers up and fashion that enhances gender.
Enhances gender.
I don't have a clue. Who is it?
Lisa G.
Lisa G.
Whoa.
You know, Jim McClure, who's sitting here
That's
with
interesting.
me, figured it out.
He said Lisa G.
Yeah.
I'll read that again about her.
A conflicted person unable to transition from a previously successful career to a modestly successful position now. A chameleon-like personality who adjusts behavior depending on the people they are currently spending time with. Continued attempts at resurrecting the perceived success of the previous career.
Right. She's always trying to tell you how.
Well, the sweet and greet.
Right. Wow. You think she's a 30D? I guess you're not an
That's
expert.
not for me to talk about.
All right. Who's the second person?
All right, ready?
I wonder, Lisa, are you happy with that or unhappy with it? I guess we should
Is
hear
Lisa
from Lisa.
there?
She'll yell at me probably.
Interesting. You profiled Lisa. Lisa, how do you feel about that? You're having a hard. By the
I knew
way,
it was me right away.
you did.
Did you?
Are you
Sat
having a
in
hard
there
time?
when it's me.
Is he accurate? But let's be honest. Is he accurate that you had a hard time transitioning from being a morning show host
No.
to now being on the Howard 100 News team?
No. I did have a hard transition when I went from Hot 97 to my next job.
Do you vacillate between sexy clothing and clothing that covers up your gender?
No, I think I pretty much dress the same every day. I don't think it's
I
one
think
way
you
or the
cover up
other.
your gender every day. It's
in more formal informal type situations, like on red carpet, she wears
dresses-
things that
She
enhance
dolls herself
gender.
Well, I'm not
That's
in
it.
studio, so yeah, that makes sense.
All right, interesting. Anything else to say about Lisa while she's here?
No.
Is
We had a
she-
good conversation
Is
about
she well
profiling.
adjusted?
Who, Lisa?
Yeah.
Is any of us? I don't think so.
Sorry, Lisa.
You know what
you're
I
not-
asked him?
Right.
I said, who here would go postal? That's
And
what
I said
want to
they're
know.
all fired, so you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Do you think there's anybody here who is dangerous?
No.
No. Okay.
They're all gone.
Okay.
They're
There
all
were some
gone.
people
Casey's
who
gone.
were.
Casey's gone.
I called Gary about Casey years and years ago, before he was ever in trouble, and I said, this guy's a violent person, and whoever answered the phone, I don't think it was Gary, said, all right, yeah, we'll let Howard know. I go, trust me, I do this for a living. You got to get this guy out of the store. I'm telling you, he's gonna kill somebody.
Well, he never killed anyone. You were wrong.
Not yet.
He's a good man.
Well, it's all relative, isn't it?
All right, Lisa, you were the
Okay.
first one up. Lisa not upset with her profile. Go ahead.
right.
Profile number 2.
Next one. A person raised in a traditional ethnic setting, including a traditional marriage profile, meaning they went from adolescence and got married in a traditional way. Because of a change in profession, this person slowly assumes a non-traditional lifestyle, which includes sexual paraphilias such as swinging.
No, I'm thinking.
Now, do you want me to explain what a paraphilia is?
Yeah.
Okay, a fetish is when you sexualize an object, like a shoe fetish.
Right.
Okay.
Sexual paraphilia is any kind of sexual behavior outside the norm of oral sex and intercourse. So bestiality, it's an action,
Right.
or an activity.
Didn't
Swinging.
Didn't Scott once say he was a swinger or something?
Yeah.
But come on, it can't be him. I mean, he's pretty. He doesn't sort of. He didn't do that out of fame.
The key clue is the second statement.
Which is, say that again.
Because of a change in profession, this person slowly assumes a non-traditional lifestyle, which includes sexual paraphilias such
Benji.
as swinging.
It's Benji.
No.
All right, I'm wrong. Robin, you want to take a guess?
I'm still processing the information. A change in professions.
Yeah, you get a point there. That wouldn't be Benji. Who is it, Fred?
Again, I've been wrong 2 times already, so why not go for a third? I'll say Sal.
No.
I'm going to say it's Ronnie.
He said he
Ronnie.
didn't profile
Ronnie,
that.
It's
right?
Ronnie.
It's Ronnie,
Ronnie.
right? Of course.
Think about it.
You're right.
He did.
Because, like, he went berserk.
He tried to become you.
Oh, I think he thinks he is me. Because he watches me all the time.
Yeah.
And then sometimes sort of unconsciously he starts doing things like
I'm waiting
that.
for him to come in and yell at me.
Ronnie disturbs you, huh?
No, he doesn't disturb me.
But
It's
what?
just that's his behavior.
Say it again what his behavior is.
He went from a traditional lifestyle,
Right, he
traditional
was a
marriage
limo
profile,
driver. He had no
got
fame.
divorced,
Right.
is now
Simple
dating
family
a
man.
very significantly younger people.
Right.
He's hanging around in strip clubs,
Right.
and obviously a swinger, in my opinion.
Right.
I think he profiles as that.
Right.
So he went from a traditional lifestyle to a very untraditional lifestyle, which includes sexual paraphilia.
Right.
Wow.
Well, that's good. That's a
Not
good
a bad guy. It's just who he is.
Yeah, okay. That's who he is.
So
Anything? Is he? You're in law enforcement. Is he qualified to be my bodyguard?
don't even start with that, because
Why?
I will go off.
What do you
my
mean?
head will pop off my shoulders.
Whoa. What?
Seriously. You know, I sit there listening every day.
Go
you know,
ahead.
since '85. That's a long time, right?
Right.
You know, I take it very seriously when someone says, I'm going to protect someone's life. Now, you and I are dads. I have 2 children, daughter and son. You have 3 daughters. You're married. You have a wife.
Right.
When you're going to take responsibility for someone's security, you need to have proper training.
Right.
Whoever trained him ought to be shot.
I don't know that he ever had.
anybody trained him.
Well, he says he had training, and I've watched his behavior. For example, Elliot Offen was freaking out one day years ago, and Ronnie's standing there with his hands down at his hips.
Right.
First rule in executive protection is you keep your hands at your heart. for two reasons. One is there's where your arms are strongest, and secondly, you prevent yourself from getting sucker punched.
Right.
So right there tells me he wasn't properly trained.
Are you a trained fighter?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm a Matu Guru in Filipino Kali and a Sifu in Wing Chun Kung Fu.
No shit.
Well, that's how I met Wolfie. I had no idea who he was.
You're a Sifu?
Wolfie is into Kung Fu?
Oh, I'm not a Sifu.
You have a brown
I eat
belt.
seafood.
You have a brown belt.
I,
yes.
Well, I was on my way to a brown.
I know a 5-year-old girl who's on the way to her black.
Listen,
all right, take it easy.
Don't even get me started on that either. That's
Ronnie, come in here and defend yourself.
Oh, here we go.
Dale says you are not qualified.
I've got a question I can ask him to prove my point.
Okay, good.
Because
he
won't get the answer.
Where
is
Ronnie?
What are you going to do
Bring him
about
in
this,
here.
Howard?
Nothing.
What are you talking about? I eat seafood.
Howard won't do
Ronnie
anything
tells
about
me
it.
he's qualified.
Well, okay.
Where is he? Where is he?
He's
so funny because
quit?
he's standing there. They got the camera on him, right?
Yeah.
So I said, is he going? Is he going? Yeah, he's going in. So he starts to walk here, and then he just makes a left. And I'm like, Ronnie. And he just didn't answer me.
Well,
so
why won't he defend himself?
I think somebody just got here. I think maybe, so let me go check. I'll get him.
All right, go ahead.
You think he's busy?
You think he's busy?
But it's weird because I know he heard me.
Well, he's an angry guy.
My issue with him is this training issue.
Right.
Take it seriously. You're protecting people. I ran an executive protection team for Capitol and A&M Records back in the 80s and early 90s. We dealt with death threats. So if a recording artist had death threats, we went and took care of that, worked with local law enforcement. I've done that. It's not like theory to me.
Dale's challenging that you don't have enough training. What do you think of that?
Whatever you say, dude. You know, it's okay.
Well, what are you getting all bent out of shape?
I'm not getting bent out of shape.
Why don't you talk to him about
The guy
it?
has his opinion, and I'm fine with it. I got nothing else to say.
You said you had a question for Ronnie.
He won't answer it.
Oh, he'll answer it. Sure he will.
Any executive protection professional would know this, Ronnie.
Yeah.
What does every executive protection or bodyguard carry with them at all times related to gender?
Related to gender?
Yep.
Ronnie don't even know what gender means.
Tampon.
Yeah, tampon.
Mouthwash?
Tampon. Actually, a tampon.
Ron, do we know the answer to this?
It's a tampon.
It is?
Yeah, you plug up gunshot wounds and knife wounds with it.
No shit.
It'll stop
Are you
people.
carrying a
Good,
tampon
well done,
You got a tampon with you?
Yeah, I have a tampon. I carry one all the time.
But wait a second. That is a good point.
It'll
In other words,
stop bleeding, yeah.
If somebody gets hit,
Yeah, you plug it up. It's sterile.
what do you
Ronnie's
think of
gonna be
that?
standing there
I
with
think
his
it's great.
finger.
Should always carry those with you.
I carry a
I'll
sanitary
start
Have you ever
tomorrow.
taken any kind of course in protection or?
I got to guess that.
No, seriously, have you? That means no.
There he goes.
That means no. That means he has no training.
He's not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. I don't
Where's
think he's a
your
bad
tampon?
guy.
I'm not saying I'm a bad
I just wish you got
If he's
better
unhappy, let him
training.
get somebody else. It's fine with me.
Well,
Where's
I'm
your
not. I didn't
tampon?
say I was unhappy.
He's
I was
not
just
unhappy.
why
Why
did
are
you
you
answer the
fucking
question?
grilling me like this?
'Cause I'm
Why are you putting me
curious.
up against the wall?
I'm curious.
I fucking protected your life. You remember that?
That's
okay?
right. But why are you being uptight now?
What are you busting my balls for?
Who's busting your butt? Wow,
It's like
what a
pulling
baby.
a pin on a hand grenade.
So what do you make of that? What you just saw?
He's upset.
Why?
He doesn't want to be held accountable. He does not like to be held accountable for anything.
Why is he so ashamed to answer your question?
Not ashamed. He just doesn't feel it's beneath him, I think. That's how he
But
profiles.
what would you? But what? You're a profiler. I'm asking you your expert opinion on what you just saw. Is he too hot-headed to be a security guy?
Well, you remember the movie Roadhouse?
Yeah.
And Patrick Swayze's character says, you don't have the temperament for the trade?
Right.
That's my answer. You can't be a hothead and do this kind of security work. You have to be very calm, very
Right.
relaxed. You got to be able to calm people down, not aggravate them.
Right.
But I don't know, with him it's hard to tell what's shtick and what's real. Because
Oh,
when
that
I
was.
met him,
I don't think there is.
no,
shtick.
I don't think that was shtick, but it's hard to tell.
So you got to be calm and you got to carry tampons.
And he doesn't
Yeah.
he doesn't do either one of them.
Think about it. Think about it. What
He's bad at both
How
of
are you
them.
going to stop the bleeding? It's it's an age-old technique that's used
It's
by everyone.
true.
Yeah.
And so, wow.
Yep. Ready for the next one?
Do you have a tampon on you now, or you're not working right now?
No, I'm not working.
Go ahead. All right, give me another one. Boy, that was a good one.
All right. Because of a neurotic parent, this person developed sexual paraphilias. But after this period of time in their younger years, this person sought out a flexible mate who allowed some of their deviated sexual behavior, eventually created a traditional and stable lifestyle to counter the emotional chaos of their childhood.
I always wait to see me in this, but that's definitely not me.
Yeah, you didn't have a neurotic parent.
Well, I had neurotic. I had a neurotic parent. I probably too, but I'm saying I didn't.
That could be Gary.
That would be my guess.
She's right. It's Gary.
It is?
Gary, yeah.
But Gary didn't. You said the sexual thing. He sought out a
partner who would be flexible with his deviated sexual behavior. Yeah.
I don't see Mary.
He didn't stop.
I don't think that Mary's that flexible.
He
I'm
didn't
not sure I understand that.
In my opinion, he didn't stop what he was doing when he was dating. We know all those stories.
Right.
When he got married. This is not reality.
Oh.
But like, what do you consider deviant sex?
Anything other than, it's not deviant, it's deviated.
What is it, so what does that
anything
mean?
outside of oral sex or intercourse is considered a paraphilia. Now, some are good and some are bad. Bestiality's bad. Anal sex can be good or bad.
So is a hand job considered?
No, that's considered part of foreplay.
So what would be some of the things that would be
anal sex?
Keep going.
Urine, peeing, spanking,
something.
I think listen, I think he's a little off.
You do?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but maybe you were. I think you thought Mary
doesn't
was
mean anything
sex.
bad about your wife.
I don't think I even did talk about doing that stuff when I was that's not stuff I talked about doing on the air. Now maybe you think that because of my personality you see that, or is it stuff that you heard
it's just that whatever.
The only two things I ever talked about on the air that were weird like that, I guess, were anal sex and the girl who threw up.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
that was.
And what about,
and by the way,
what about the pornography that you watch?
Well, that is more of a joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No, that was
So
everybody seems to be
you've
taking.
watched no deviated sexual behavior pornography in the last 10 years in your personal life.
Of course
He
I do.
loves it.
I think everybody watches deviated.
He's very close to Animal.
Doesn't make him a bad person. I'm just saying that
I mean, he's like an animal.
I mean,
when you have a neurotic parent, it's going to affect your sexuality.
I see.
I will be upfront with him in the sense that.
By the way, I admire you for not getting defensive. Ronnie got so defensive.
No, I'm up for talking about it.
I mean, wow, when he was
talking about it, I go, I think that sounds like me, but I don't know about the deviated sexual thing. But like,
Let's go to one more. Let's go to another one.
right.
Stay in here for Gary. See if you can identify the person. Go ahead.
All right. So, grew up with a neurotic parent. This instability led to sexual insecurities and substance abuse. Societal conflicts fed these insecurities and negative behaviors. This person followed a traditional path through adolescence to adulthood. Issues of social and sexual insecurities created problems of intimacy with family members. Currently has fear and intimacy issues which prevent the elimination of insecurities and emotional stability.
It's me.
That's Howard.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
May I say something to you?
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
hey, don't say anything to me. Hey, you can't say anything.
Say this.
Why should? Maybe I'll get better.
I want to say this as a, I guess the best word to use is friend and as a professional.
Good. Go ahead.
You're looking at one of the biggest fans of psychotherapy.
Go ahead.
I did it for 5 years every week. It saved my life, along with the Dr. Sarno book. Thank you, by the way, for that.
You're welcome.
I've given 60 of them out.
Let me hear your advice.
You are holding back in your therapy. And many years ago, you told your psychiatrist you wanted to stop, and he said no. And he was absolutely right, because you're holding back, and I can prove it to you.
Go ahead.
You're a married man using condoms.
Right.
What, are you, a sailor?
No.
I mean, anybody that I know that's married that uses condoms has intimacy issues. You are keeping, and just bear with me. I'm trying to help you.
Go ahead.
Here.
I'm not Ronnie. I'm not getting uptight.
You got to give that up, because ultimately you're keeping 1 foot back in your OCD. Okay?
But he doesn't want to get his wife pregnant.
Listen. I'm going to tell you something. There are many ways to stop pregnancy that don't involve the pill.
Yeah, but there's only one that a man can control.
No, listen, let me ask you.
And I don't want my wife to have to take the pill, and I don't want to have to put an intrauterine device, which
you don't have to do that either. There's many other ways. Humor me.
What are the other ways?
Do me a favor.
Pulling out?
Do me a favor.
Go ahead.
Raise your right hand.
Go ahead.
Put it down.
Go ahead.
So you have cognitive function. You can control your body.
Yes.
If you really worked at it, you could control that.
But
So
she
you're saying-
might be pregnant 5 times before he figures it out.
Yeah, right. What if I fuck it up? I mean, Robin's right.
Robin,
I mean,
what is he, Amish?
I don't want this. If
think
my
that-
wife is a Catholic who says to me, if she was pregnant, she would never get an abortion for herself. She believes in the right for other people to have them.
Yeah.
But for herself, she doesn't believe in it.
Well, you're going to have a child. I'm going to tell you right now. Welcome to the reality.
My wife's 40 years old.
You're going to have a child.
What are you saying?
I'm telling you there are 2 types of females that don't have children. One is they have serious sexual trauma in their childhood.
Go ahead.
She doesn't profile that way.
That's right.
Or they have serious family dysfunction in their childhood, which she doesn't profile that way.
That's right.
So at some point she's going to want to do that. Why do you think all this stuff with the dogs? It's an ad hoc child.
The dog is. Well, we know that.
Yeah.
Our dog was our child.
I think eventually it's going to happen. But let's get back to the issue of OCD. Right. You can't keep one foot in, one foot back. I think it's partially the pregnancy issue, but I've thought about this for a long time, Howard. I think a lot of it has to do with you still clinging to pieces in the past. And I would beg of you.
What do you mean pieces in the past?
Pieces of the OCD life that you lived.
I still have a lot of OCD issues.
Well,
I struggle with it every day.
Your wife loves you dearly.
Yes, she does.
That's obvious.
And I love her.
But she tolerates this. And at some point you have to say, you know what, I got to be completely healed before I die.
Right.
And I'm just out of.
So if I stop using condoms, would I be healed in your opinion?
I think it would help a lot.
You do?
I really do.
Interesting. Well,
do you really grab a condom every time?
Not every. Listen, actually, no.
See, I didn't think
it's.
you could.
I think it's off and on.
That's right.
But don't toy with that.
But for the most part, I am very consistent.
But in psychotherapy, you can't hold back. It's an excellent. If you have the money and time.
But I'm not holding back.
But
how do you know I'm holding back?
That shows holding back if you use it. Do you still use them?
Yes, of course I do. That's our birth control.
Not for married people.
Gary.
I used condoms when I was married because my wife was on the pill and she didn't want
married.
to. I mean, exactly.
But it's a Freudian slip. Freudian slip.
It was like a health thing. My wife got to a certain age where she didn't want to take the pill anymore.
Right.
So does that make?
So you use condoms, right?
Right.
And
you use them.
And I would. You don't use them now.
Sometimes.
But
what do you mean sometimes?
Yeah, see.
Sometimes I don't.
And both of you have something in common.
My dad used condoms.
Both of you have something in common.
Yeah, the first line for
the
both of us was
parent.
Right, yeah.
That creates sexual issues and sexual intimacy issues and germ issues and all that OCD stuff.
How does it?
What would Dr. Sarno say to you about that condom use if he was sitting right here?
He'd say you're smart. your wife and you don't want to have a kid,
Robin,
so why would
do
you use a condom? But we don't want to.
Most married couples don't use any contraception.
Not true. I don't believe that's true.
Well, I'm telling you right now.
So most Catholic people who don't want to have not Catholic people who don't want to have kids who are married,
I don't buy
won't use a condom. You don't think?
No. I didn't say that. I said most. If you look at the studies from the federal government. The dirty little secret is that about 70% of couples, after they've been married 20 years, do not use anything at all. They just pull out or finish when they're outside.
Huh? Maybe you're right. I don't know. I'll be open to that.
And you understand, I'm saying this out of kindness of my heart.
I'm not taking offense.
I think you've made great strides.
Right.
And
I'm not taking offense, but I know my dad used condoms.
But ask yourself the question: are you keeping your foot in the back, still back in that world?
My dad looked at me and said, "I don't want another one of these."
But see, I'm in the same boat as you. Whereas Mary said, if I were to get pregnant, I would not have an abortion.
Right.
So
and
to
you don't
me,
want another kid.
Yeah. So to me, that says, well, I don't want to have another kid.
So
but why did you grab them sometimes and sometimes not?
Because I'm like a monkey and I can't.
Yeah, but the two of you. But think about this. But think about this. Between the two of you, how many children do you have?
5.
So
between the two of us, yeah.
So you've produced good-looking, smart children that are very stable people.
Right.
So there's no reason why another one, whether you want one or not.
Well,
I understand that.
but you have to raise a kid.
I understand that.
That doesn't happen by accident.
At 52, I think it would kill me to try to raise a child.
Exactly.
It's a very what we're talking about is a very selfish act. It's not about what I would produce. It's about me.
I'm 58 years
old.
But
the issue of condoms does indicate. And I'm not alone in this, that there are intimacy issues and contact issues. And you really have to ask yourself, does my wife tolerate it, or and because she loves me, or am I clinging still to something in the past? One foot ahead,
I'll
one foot
consider
back
that.
is not
I'm not going to
good.
be like Ronnie and fight you, man. Did you see Ronnie run out of here?
Yeah. Let me ask you something, Howard. Does Beth ever object to condom use?
Sometimes she will, but for the most part, she's like, she agrees with me that she doesn't want to take the pill.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, there are other ways.
She does object.
as he said.
Occasionally, but not often. But sometimes she
still,
does. Sometimes
one objection is telling you what's going on in the unconscious mind of your wife.
All right, okay. All right, well, maybe you're right.
And you know what? The thing with you, the two of you, is it's very obvious, professionally, that she loves you.
Yes.
This is real.
Oh, I believe so.
And you're very blessed to have that.
And I love her.
Yeah, I know you do.
And by the way, I'm a terrific husband. Sort of.
You are.
Well, I am, right? You see me.
Gary thinks you're a terrific
But
husband.
Gary, that's another issue with Howard. One of my fears is that when you stop the radio show.
Yeah, please make it happen soon.
Listen, well, I know why you signed up, and it had nothing to do with the radio show. It had to do with these people that you feel responsible for.
Thank you.
But the issue is, I'm worried you're pseudo-agoraphobic at this point. You just don't. You live in a bubble,
right?
And I
see
you doing a Howard Hughes at some point.
It will happen. Yeah.
See, can I say something?
Well, she will
it doesn't
definitely
have to happen,
object to the
Howard.
nails.
Can I say something about that? I thought Howard lived in a bigger bubble 15 years ago than the one he lives in now.
Yeah,
Howard's more willing to go out and talk to people than he was 15.
Bubble.
Oh, no doubt. But the bubble's gotten bigger.
The profile is right.
When have you been outside the country in the last 10 years?
Oh,
never
please. That ain't happening.
I'm talking about Canada or
But
the
we're
Caribbean.
talking. My wife and I are talking about taking a trip to Italy.
Well, they always talk about it. They've been talking about it for 3 years.
I
for you.
thank God that the reason we didn't go this year is because our dog was old.
Yeah, but what about last year and the year before that?
Howard.
But now I have no more excuses.
What, Rob? Howard, go to Italy and leave the condoms at home. This would be good therapy for you.
Yeah, and have a baby?
No, he didn't say have a baby.
Well, I mean, I don't. You know what? My wife is hot.
You have control.
You have control. You ever hear of dribble?
You have control.
Guys who pull out.
There's no sperm in the first part of that.
No,
so.
wait a second. When you're fucking, sometimes you have
he
pre-cum.
wants you to have a baby.
Get clipped.
Get clipped? Are you crazy? I'm not letting anybody touch my balls if they can find them.
Howard, was your last trip out of the country was not to the Cannes Film Festival, was it?
Could be.
I went on vacation somewhere, but Mexico. But I'll never go
But
there.
he's like outside of the
don't go there.
continental.
No, I'm not going Mexico.
We just rescued people from Mexico. Don't go to Mexico.
I've gone to a few resorts, but it's hard. It's almost like being in America.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the safest thing you can do.
Was that your only trip ever to Europe?
No, I've been to England with Robin, and
Yeah, with the show.
That was a long time
there
ago.
a couple of times.
Yeah, 100
All right,
years
you
ago.
want the next one?
Ken, go ahead. You're on the air.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Go ahead, Ken.
No, I like this guy a lot. I don't necessarily agree with the using condoms because, you don't want kids, you don't want kids.
Right.
But this business with Ronnie, and he really makes the point. I've called Ronnie out twice on the very issues that your good guest here has called him out on. And he'll shout me down, and he'll go ape shit on a caller. But he cowers in the face of somebody who might know what he's talking about, or Ronnie possibly has a glimmer of belief he knows what.
I saw Ronnie get very intimidated by this gentleman.
Yes.
I saw Ronnie run out of the room. You chased him right out of the room.
But a caller, he won't even let you get a word in.
That's his thing. He yells over you.
Yeah, and that just shows he's insecure. But he's not trained. He is a hothead. How many times have you talked about incidents on the road?
Listen. I don't know why he was so afraid of Dale. I would answer Dale's questions. I'll answer Dale's questions all day. I ain't afraid.
I mean, I just want him to, as a professional, because he does care about you. He loves you. But go get the training.
Right.
I mean, I was just in Brooklyn last year with my VP, Keith
Instead of going to strip clubs.
training air marshals in tactics.
Right.
And those guys were 26 years old. I'm 52. We were throwing them around the room, and they were like, we really need to know how to handle people. I mean, I do this for a living. I've done it for real.
I
and
think
I'm
what
just
you said
asking
was,
him to
Dale,
get his training.
I think you were absolutely on target. Say, hey, man, go in for some training courses. Why was the guy so frightened of that?
I don't know.
Howard, I don't even think he loves you that much as you're saying. I think he loves the life.
He loves the life.
No, he loves Howard. He's very loyal to him.
All right, let's go to Megan. Megan, go ahead.
Hi, Howard. I have a question. So I also, like the previous caller, get the condom issue. But do you make out with Beth every time you have sex? Because to me, that's a big sign of intimacy.
I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about my specific
Nobody asked you
sex of my
specific.
wife.
Do you,
They're very
do you
loving.
have foreplay?
They're very loving.
Do we have foreplay?
Yeah.
Listen, we have our thing and it works.
But
you don't want to tell us that you have foreplay?
Of course, we have foreplay.
But I do find it interesting, Howard, that you will
Do you
talk about
make
sex.
out?
You'll talk about sex with Beth, but you won't talk about making out with her.
Right, which is
No.
because I don't
Of course, I make out with my wife. What are you kidding
Every
me?
Well, then answer the question. What are you making a big deal about it for?
So if we don't make out and we don't have foreplay, let's say we just fuck. What are you saying? There's an intimacy problem?
No,
Yeah.
not absolutely not. They're missing the point.
What is the point?
There's three types of sex. There's everyday sex, there's quickies, and there's the romantic stuff that goes on for 2-3 hours.
Right.
So that all is relative to.
So if it's all there in some sort of combination, okay. Thank you.
I don't think you have that issue.
Are
Now-
you worried? My goodness.
I'm not worried about anything. I'm having a good
Howard's
time.
having group therapy.
I'm enjoying my life with my wife.
I hear Fred laughing at all
I mean,
this.
what is
Not me.
this?
I'm not laughing about that.
Sam, go ahead. You're on the air. Thank you, Megan, by the way. Sam, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, hi. If your wife is ovulating and you have sperm, you didn't have a baby.
That's right.
I don't care what, if you had a childhood trauma or your family doesn't like you. This guy is crazy. Don't listen to him.
Well, that's what I mean, condom. I mean, I don't know. I was raised that you use a condom, but what do I know?
Yeah,
All
but
right,
your
listen.
dad could have had the same intimacy issues.
All right.
I got two more.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
All right, because I gotta.
Will told
move
me
on.
6.
I didn't realize Jeff was
It's up
here.
to you. You tell me.
What do you got? You got one more good one? Give me one more good one.
One
out of
more
the two.
good
Give
one.
me one more good one before we say goodbye.
Let's see. One more good one. Okay. Ethnic issues and family dysfunction led this person to serious social interaction and trust issues from adolescence to early adulthood. This person eventually developed a stable, traditional family life to counter the issues from childhood. Has created an area of their life related to art to express their analytical mind and emotions.
Fred.
Yeah.
Wow.
Say it again. He was what? Because he's got a lot of.
He wants anal intrusion in that.
He developed a stable, traditional family life to counter the issues of instability from childhood.
Ah, yeah, that's true.
And then he created an area of life related to art, his music, to express his analytical mind and emotions.
Good. All right. He's
Very
like a
good.
Vulcan. That's all.
It's about the most stable profile I wrote.
You know, Fred has turned
Fred is
into
very
a-
stable.
Fred has impressed me with his life.
Yeah.
He has overcome a lot.
Yeah.
I'm like one of Jerry's kids.
Well, no.
Your success.
He
you went to
overcame a-
camp and you came out good.
He overcame a lot. Mostly, when I say a lot, I refer to me and my interaction with him. He overcame that. And he overcame a tough family life. And you're right. He has a very sort of stable existence. And has exemplified someone who can overcome a lot of adversity.
He's created a very stable life for himself.
Well,
and
Dale.
I knew tampons were good for gunshots.
That's true.
Good for you. That was
Came
an
up
accident.
with that right away.
Anyway, Dale Yeager, you've been a fascinating guest.
Thank you.
I'm glad you came by today. I learned a lot about Ronnie
We learned a lot about you.
And I learned a lot about me. You are impressive guy, I have to say. You're not a bullshit artist.
So are you.
Thank you to Wolfie for bringing you by. Where is Wolfie? Wolfie, say a quick hello, and I know he came up
Profile Wolfie.
Yeah, well, Wolfie. Dale Yeager's book, 3 Myths About Bullying, What Every Parent and Grandparent Should Know to Protect Their Children and Grandchildren, is available now at Amazon.com. And check out Dale's website at seraph.net. Wolfie, a good call on this guy. He seems to know what he's doing.
He's very accurate, very opinionated. I thought you would love him.
I liked him a lot, and he blew Ronnie right out the window. What is that? The only guy who couldn't handle it was Ronnie.
The second you brought up his name, he was pouting in the back. He was not going to come in at all.
He's the funniest guy, isn't he?
I think it's security issues. I mean, security issues, obviously. He's worried that he doesn't do a good job, and I think the spotlight was put on him today.
He couldn't handle it.
Definitely.
Couldn't handle it. Wow. Well, Dale, you know your stuff.
Thank you.
And thank you. And Wolfie, later on, I'm going to be playing a interview that Wolfie did with Chick-fil-A. Very interesting stuff about Chick-fil-A. That, I'm watching this guy Huckabee on Fox News. And what a character. I mean, former governor.
I wasn't pouting, by the way.
What was that?
Now he's back.
I wasn't pouting.
Here we go.
You ran out like a scared baby. What
I'm
happened
not
to you?
scared,
Everybody's
baby.
here talking to the
Yeah,
guy.
good,
You
I'm
ran
glad.
out.
You can all talk to him. It's fine. I don't
asked
have
one
I don't
question.
have
You ran
to talk
right
to him.
out of the room.
I don't have to talk to him if I don't want to
You're so
talk to him.
defensive.
I don't have to. I'm not defensive.
The guy made a
my
good point. He said he
goodness,
liked
Ronnie.
you. He said, hey,
Good,
if I was
I'm glad
Ronnie,
he likes me. I'm happy for him.
he says you should once in a while take a training class.
He doesn't know what I do.
Well, he was trying
He
to
has
ask
no
you, and
idea
you
what I
ran
do.
right
And I
out of
don't
the
have
room.
to tell him what I do.
Ronnie, what do you do?
It's not his business.
Well, what do you do?
I don't do anything.
Do you ever do you
I
have
don't
a training?
do anything.
Do you
I
go
don't
to a
do
training?
anything. If you're not a happy person with me, that's the main line here.
I'm
if
happy,
you're not
but
happy
do
with
you
me,
do any
all
training?
you have to do is say goodbye. It's easy. Okay, it's very easy.
But that's not the
I don't
why are
need
you
to
getting,
explain
why are you getting attacked?
I don't need to explain myself to this man.
He just
is
said-
nobody to me.
Wait a
Don't
second.
you understand
If a
that?
guy walked up to me and he says, hey, I think you and your wife using condoms shows a lack of intimacy, I say, let me consider that. Let me hear what this... He's a guy, he's a well-versed in this psychology stuff.
I'm happy for him.
So I go, okay, let me think about it. I don't think it's accurate for me. I don't think I have an intimacy issue, but maybe he's got something there. I'll consider it. So the guy says to you, hey, I know Ronnie's in security. I've done all of this stuff.
Right.
Ronnie, I've offered many training classes. What type of training do you take, or do you take any? And you're like, fuck you! You're not
I didn't say
happy.
fuck you.
You're like,
I didn't
you're
say
not
fuck
happy
you.
with me. Get rid of me. You're so defensive, dude. Why don't you just say to the guy, have a
Why are you
conversation?
so angry? What are you so angry with me about?
I'm not angry
Look
with
at you. You're blowing up here. Why are you blowing
because
up?
you're weird.
I don't have to talk to this man. He's
No one
not
said
part
you
of my
have
life,
to.
and I don't want to.
No one said you have
I
to.
don't want to.
I'm wondering why you're so afraid to talk to him.
I don't want to talk to him.
Why?
I got no reason to talk to him.
Do you respect
or
his
him.
credentials?
But Ronnie,
I have no reason to talk to him either.
But Ronnie, professionals talk to each other about
I don't
training.
have, sir. I don't have to talk to you.
No, you don't have
and
to.
I don't want to talk to you.
I wasn't trying to have a conflict with you.
I'm not trying to have a conflict. I just don't want to. I just don't want to talk to you.
Ronnie, don't be
Plain and
nasty.
simple.
Why?
Wolfie, I'm not talking to you.
You're being a baby.
There he goes. He's going to throw the headphones
No, I'm
down.
not throwing anything. I don't need to talk to either one of them. What does he
But
know?
why are you
What does he know about me?
I mean, you don't have to talk to anybody, but why are you afraid to talk to these guys?
I don't want to talk to him.
Why?
Okay?
Can you tell me why?
I just don't feel like it.
Some people you do talk to and some you don't.
Yeah, well, I talk
Why
to who I
these
feel
two?
like talking to.
Why these two?
Okay?
He
And
can
it's like
help
every
you.
time that one of these things comes up, it's you who likes to fucking put me on the burner.
Me? The
Yeah,
guy-
and you're happy to do it.
The guy put me on the burner.
You know
Do you
what?
see me getting
No,
upset?
but you're happy to do it because you know it riles me up.
But what
okay?
about me?
And you
He
love
just
doing
put
it.
me- he just put me on the burner.
If you're happy, I'm happy. But if you're not happy with me, then we got a problem.
Did I say I'm?
We have a real
Do you
problem.
see what you're doing? Do you see what you're doing?
No, I'm not doing anything.
You're trying to create something between me and you. The guy walks in.
I
He
don't
did a
need
profile
to
of everyone.
talk
You're
to
the
this
only
guy. I
one
don't need to be
upset.
profiled by him.
You're the only one
I've
upset.
been doing a fucking job here for 27 years, dude. I don't need him to tell me anything. If,
No
like
one
I
needs
said,
any of
if
this.
I've
It's a
been
show.
If
Why
I've
are
been
you getting
doing
so
the right
upset?
thing, if I've been doing the right thing all along, I don't understand why I have to answer to him.
Man, are you fucked up?
Yeah, I am fucked up.
You're afraid of talking to a
I
guy.
am fucked up.
You're afraid of talking to people.
I talk to who I feel like talking to. And if I don't feel like talking to him,
Roddy,
I talk to
what
my
if you
own
learn
psychiatrist or
something? But
psychologist.
what if you learn
I don't
to
need to talk to this
But
guy.
what if you learn
he knows
something?
nothing about me. Nothing. He comes in here and he thinks he knows about me, but he knows nothing about me.
Roddy, do you
I'm not
feel...
a fucking swinger where he ever.
He said he
wherever that
doesn't.
came
He
from.
asked you a question
Where
because he
comes-
doesn't
Where
know.
that comes from in his head. That never happened in my life. Being a swinger. Where does he come up with shit like that? I don't have to listen to this man.
I don't know, man.
All right, and I'm not walking out.
Wow.
I'm just telling you, I don't have to explain anything to him. To me, he's nobody. He's just another person on the street.
You sound awfully defensive to me, dude.
Well, I'm sorry.
Wow, you
Maybe
are
you should consider
defensive.
getting somebody else to work with
Why
you.
do you always go there?
Now,
do you
why
not,
are
do you
you
not want to?
firing
Do you
yourself?
want to fire yourself? Then quit.
Obviously, you're not happy.
You're firing yourself.
If you
I'm
keep
happy.
bringing people in to try and fucking pick my head.
I didn't bring this guy in for you, Ronnie. That's another fucking weird
we didn't
thing
know
to
who
do.
he was going to profile.
you know
He just
what?
walked in and he came
That's
in and he said he's a
fine.
profiler.
But why do you have to
he
keep?
says
Why do I have
one
to
thing-
come in and defend myself if I
Why
don't
do you keep
want to?
quitting your job?
I'm not
Do you not
quitting.
want to do it?
I'm
You can
not.
quit.
I didn't say I quit.
I never said I was unhappy with you.
Then why
are
do
you hearing
Why
that?
do I have to talk to this guy?
You don't have to, but why are you
do
so
I
afraid?
have to defend myself?
Why are you
to
so
him?
afraid?
Why do I have to defend
Same
myself?
reason we
to him?
all just
I
did.
don't want to. That's my prerogative. I don't have to fucking
You're
talk
afraid
him.
to talk to him.
Okay, if that's
Admit
what
it.
If that's
Are
what
you
you're saying-
afraid to talk to him?
No.
Then
I
why
have
won't
no
you talk to
reason
him?
talk to him. I have no reason to talk to this man at
So,
all.
Ronnie, you want to be a part of the show sometimes,
I
but
don't
not
have
all the
any
time.
reason to talk.
Will you tell us when you don't want to be?
So sometimes, like Robin says, you want to be involved with the show, but sometimes you don't. So we're supposed to figure out when you want to be in the show.
I
You like
came
doing
in,
Ronnie's
I said
block
I got
party,
nothing
right?
to say to him, and that's it.
You like Ronnie's block party.
What does that have to do with
It
it?
has everything to do with it. You want to participate sometimes,
I participate
but other
all
times
the time.
you
I
won't talk
came
to
in
this guy.
I have nothing to say to him.
I think
He wants to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to him.
He's being exposed, and he's upset
I'm
about
exposed, right?
But he's not
I'm
being exposed. He hasn't even. It seems like he has something to hide.
Wolfie, please stay out of this because it's got nothing to do with you.
that. I think he's
It's got nothing to do with you.
What do you think, Wolfie?
I think he's exposing weaknesses.
Look, you just chased him out of the room by saying
What are
something.
you doing? What are you doing?
Oh my
I'm
God!
not talking
I
to
think
you.
Howard, I think I was much more tougher with you.
Absolutely.
But we
I don't
had
think
we
you
had
did
an
anything.
honest exchange as dads, as executives,
Right.
as
And you know
people.
what? Maybe you're right. I'm actually thinking about what you said.
Known you for a long time.
Right.
So, trying to help.
I'm not threatened
trying to be
by
helpful.
you. This
No.
fucking guy's so threatened.
Professionally,
All you had to
he
do was
could help
talk to
Ronnie.
me.
He could probably help Ronnie.
No,
out.
I'm not a therapist.
No, professionally in terms of his job in security.
Yeah, which is all I'm asking is say, hey, professionals talk all. I was talking to one of your security guys out there. He's NYPD detective. I train NYPD detectives. We talked. We had a nice conversation.
Might learn something.
Right.
Might not, but you don't know.
Professionals talk all the time about training. What's the big deal?
Ronnie is
Push the
allergic
button.
to training, I think.
I would love if Ronnie carried a tampon or two. I mean, he should have a utility belt like Batman.
With all tampons. His bullet holes, holders are tampons.
But it also seems like Ronnie wants to be a part of the show. He's on the wrap-up show every day. He runs in there.
Right.
You know,
He's always got input to other
suddenly
things.
you show up,
Yeah.
and now he doesn't want to be part of the show.
I think Ronnie, like in my profile, was drug into this character position on the show.
I didn't
don't
drag
think-
him in.
No, he just it happened organically over the years.
He's pacing the halls. Look at him. He's all upset.
Have they got a camera on him?
Yeah, look at it.
They're
There he
stalking
is.
him.
He's all upset.
He's being stalked.
Man, I can't believe it.
He's still yelling.
It's funny. Like you didn't even get out half a question and you fucking leveled the guy.
He's the first person to get upset if someone's not a team player.
Right.
So you challenge him, and he runs away like a baby.
He wasn't being a team player. He's always blaming Lisa G as not being.
Everybody
Right.
else
He's not a team
engaged
player.
with me, which
Everyone,
was good.
even Lisa G engaged.
Yeah,
with
it wasn't being judgmental. I'm just talking about profiles. That's all.
you. Yeah. Yeah, you chased him right out of the room. It was weird.
Now I have to deal with him out there.
Yeah, he'll be fine. But is he the most volatile person here? I guess so, huh?
The most volatile?
You know, but like, don't go on the wrap-up show and be part of that, and don't be on part of the block party.
Yeah.
Don't be part of the. And then all of a
Well,
sudden,
he certainly piles on when somebody else is getting, you know, what they consider like a rough time.
Right.
But he doesn't like it when it's him.
Yeah.
You
Robin's
chased him right out of the
Robin's
room.
right.
You didn't even say anything to the guy.
All the volatile people were fired over the last couple of years, so you're safe.
Right.
He has opinions about people that worked on the show
Oh,
in the past.
yeah. That's a whole nother story.
Well, hey, another day.
Another day.
I like
I'd love
when
to
you
come back.
Hey, Howard,
Did you know it was Tim who shit? You knew right away. Right?
Howard, I got to tell you something funny.
Yeah.
I'm on the Amtrak train yesterday coming from Philly, and he was in my car.
No kidding.
No kidding.
Yeah, he was all wired up, and he was in flip-flops, and I didn't get to say hi to him because, you know, I was hoping he wasn't using the bathroom on the train. So.
I was going to have Ronnie judge the beauty pageant tomorrow, but maybe I shouldn't because he doesn't like coming in here.
Yeah, he might get dragged into something he doesn't like.
All right. Anyway, listen, Dale, thank you. And we'll check out your book, 3 Myths About Bullying, What Every Parent and Grandparent Should Know to Protect Their Children and Grandchildren. It's available now at Amazon.com. Check out Dale's website at Sarath.net. And Wolfie, thanks to you, and I'll get to your stuff later on. Wolfie's been checking in with lots of good stuff lately.
Yes.
And we'll be back right after these words. I wanted to... to get to more, but I got Jeff Ross here. I would have.
I know you don't like shaking hands. So.
Well, yeah, because I got intimacy. If I could put a condom on my head,
put you through the torch. I'll just wait.
You've been working. Good?
Yeah.
You're doing some great stuff for us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate the opportunity, and there's some cool stuff coming up in the next 5 weeks or so that I'm going to do.
Now, what do? You guys do martial arts together? What'd you run out of the room for? What's wrong with you?
He teaches my son. My son's 5.
What does he teach him?
Martial arts.
Oh, martial arts?
Yeah, I just.
Well, I have a part-time martial arts club, you know, and it's my decompression.
Is that how you guys met?
Yeah, his son's in our kids program.
He didn't even know who I was.
I had no idea. My son told me.
Oh, that's funny.
I go, that's not true. He goes, yeah, he's Wolfie. I go, really? Yeah, so that's how I met him.
Wolfie's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Thanks for having me on.
I'm not interested in you. Stop taking my picture.
Thank you.
Go look and hide. I could give a shit.
I enjoyed him, and I thought, you know, I thought it was good.
There you go.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
I don't know that that's wrong.
What about-
That could be an intimacy thing.
Pulling out is way crazier than whatever intimacy issue. I don't want to have another kid.
I don't. I mean, I don't know how else to
Call
do
it whatever
it.
you want to call it.
And condoms just don't bother me.
Well, they bother me, and that's a problem.
And it doesn't seem to slow me down.
Dale,
Hi.
your analysis, sort of as predicted, caused a bit of controversy, especially with the man leaving my frame right now.
Uh-huh.
Why do you think Ronnie became so defensive?
You know, he doesn't. Some people don't like to be profiled. I mean, it's a very uncomfortable thing. He says I'm inaccurate. I don't think I'm inaccurate, but
when he came out here and he was upset, but he said, "Who are you? What are your credentials?" Well, if you were to tell him, if you were to,
I train the interrogators for the Army, Army intelligence officers. I train DEA agents, Secret Service. I went to the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. I'm a Justice Department trainer, so I've done this. Done it for a long time, 22 years.
You're decorated as far as protection and psychoanalysis of criminals and things of
did it for a long time.
What does Ronnie do well? Is there anything you've noticed that he does
He's
well?
very loyal. I mean, he's very loyal, and he does pay attention. So I actually said some positive things about him, but I don't think he heard those.
What are some of the other negative things he does? I know you mentioned he keeps his hands in the wrong position. The training, I know you said, is sporadic at best.
He doesn't stand off to the side. He stands directly in front of potentially violent people. That's something you don't do. You never stand directly in front of someone.
Why? Why is it important to be off?
There's 9 weapons in front of someone: 2 fists, 2 elbows, 2 knees, 2 feet, and a headbutt. Why would you stand in front of 9 weapons? Makes no logical sense. You always step to the side. That's how you control people.
That alone gives you an advantage because
Absolutely.
they can't see you coming.
Women, men, doesn't matter. Yeah.
What about the psychological implications of Ronnie? If someone who gets defensive at criticism, and what does that indicate to you?
He's got a bad temper. He's a hothead, and that's something that he has to get under control if he's going to do security work. You have to be calm to do security work. So,
The other thing I was going to ask you about is with Howard. I mean, you mentioned what a fan you've been over the last close to 30 years.
Yes.
Was it tough to tell someone that you like and respect so much something so negative about him?
Absolutely not, because I didn't say it out of a negative. I really want to help him because I do believe in psychotherapy. I've seen him benefit from it, but he's holding back. That's an indication of holding back, and I wanted to say that to him because I wanted to help him. I sincerely wanted to help him, because he needs to complete that process of healing.
So you're starting to sort of spur that, get into his head.
I wanted him to think about it, to ask those questions. Ultimately, my job isn't to give you the answers, it's to make you ask the right questions about yourself. I have to do it to myself, too, so.
Fun time today, Dale. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Wolfie, another great discovery by you.
Thanks.
Good work,
Thanks.
sir.
Thanks a
All
lot.
right. Thanks, guys.
Take care, everybody.
Gary, why don't you believe that this guy is correct in his analysis of you?
I didn't say it was all wrong. I mean, the part about my mother is right, but I think that his perception of my sexual being is based on a lot of stuff that has been told on the air, which is mostly truth, but I didn't agree with it, but I can understand how he can come up with that idea. I can swear on the life of my children that I'm not into like any weirdness, like like he was saying, like urinating and spanking. I find spanking to be, to me, I've always thought the dumbest fucking thing in the world. And I remember when Howard would talk about this, was that Master Bill spanking video? I thought to myself, if anything, what a bore. Like, I remember watching it because Howard always talked about it, and I thought, why would I want to spank when I could be having sex? Like, to me, I find a lot of these weird sexual things are sort of putting off what you're there to do. And I find them boring. But I like him. I like this guy. I think he's really good.
How would you classify yourself sexually?
Adventurous, but not crazy. I think would be a great way. And when I say adventurous, I mean within my little bubble. I mean, I'm not so adventurous. I'm gonna like I wouldn't be interested in me, another guy, and a woman. I'm not that adventurous.
There are boundaries. Many of them.
Well, everyone has their own wacky boundaries.
Right, but more conventional boundaries than this one.
I think that in the grand scheme of things, people would be surprised to find that I'm probably more conventional in that area than they might think. When I was young and out there doing, sure, we messed around, but I don't have any weird stories. I've never had any almost sort of, group sex or gay thing or anything like that. And, just... like I said, it's not as weird as people might think, but I like this guy anyway.
Why allow people like this to get under your skin?
It's not under my skin, dude.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you just answer to him about your training and let him know that you've done a good job? But why let him?
I like to know who he protected.
Ron, let's just clear your good name once and for all.
Let's not.
No, but this guy's attempting to put words in your mouth. Tell you how well trained or unprepared you might be.
Please, give me a break with this shit, okay? There's nothing. I got nothing to say about it, and that's the end of it. Okay.
Fair enough.
I want to know who this guy protected and saved lives. Whose life is saved?
Are you implying that you've saved lives?
Speak with words.
Have you saved a life?
What's that?
Have you ever had to save Howard's or anyone else's life?
Read the newspapers from back in the 90s. That's all I keep saying.
Okay. I'm going to break out my microfiche. I'm going to look that up. Be back in a little bit. Ron, why don't you want to talk to this guy?
I got no reason to talk to him, and that's it. Goodbye. What the fuck?
But it's making you look worse by now.
I don't care. This guy means nothing to me. Wolfing is a piece of shit under my shoe. He shouldn't even be in there. He's got nothing to do with this. Because he brought a guest in? He shouldn't be in there. He's got nothing to do with this.
Well, why not clear your good name? Why not?
Oh, Greg, stop it with your nonsense already. Stop with the clearing my good name bullshit. All right? God, guys are fucking unbelievable.
What about him makes you not want to speak to him? Because you'll speak to other people like Howard says. You pick
I got
and
nothing
choose.
to say to him.
Why? Why him
I
specifically?
got nothing to say to him.
What don't you like about him?
Oh, God. Jesus Christ, man. Give it a rest.
I should mention that Jeffrey Ross is coming in at 8 o'clock. I love Jeffrey. Jeff Ross is a guy who goes to all those roasts. He's mostly known for roasting.
He's a great roaster, yes.
He actually was at the Roseanne bar roast that occurred yesterday. I was talking about a little earlier that Tom Arnold showed up and was really, really funny, according to the newspaper.
Did you see the picture of Jeffrey in the paper the other day?
Yeah, he went to the Roseanne roast. Dressed as, what's the coach's name? I can't think of it.
Like Paterno.
Paterno, Joe Paterno. He went dressed as Joe Paterno.
And he had his arms around two young boys.
Yeah, during the roast. Those roasts, I mean, he consistently kills it. And I was reading some article where, we'll talk to him about this. His preparation for a roast goes into the months, not weeks. I mean, and you can hear it. I mean, he comes up with these perfect jokes. It's phenomenal format for him. Right? I mean, who knew of Jeffrey Ross till he started these roasts?
No, it was the roast that put him on the map.
And he's terrific at it. He's awesome. So, anyway, Jeffrey Ross coming in. Maybe he'll have some stories.
Hi. Oh, good morning, Jeff.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you this morning?
Oh, man, I am top of the world.
I haven't seen you in a while.
It's been too long.
How are things?
Things are great. Things are really good. The rule was David Arquette had to come on 48 more times before I could come on.
It's an automatic?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I got it.
Are you going to let Howard know about that it's been a little bit ridiculous that...
In case they ask me to roast them, I'm not going to just jump in on them because I'm a guest. I want to be a good guest.
Okay.
But, if these things come up, I'm loaded with a few killer roast jokes.
You've got some verbal ammo.
That's right. Always.
We'd expect nothing less from you.
I really appreciate that. It's great to be here, everybody. What's up, Howard fans? Good to be here. Good to be here at WNBC 6660 AM.
WNBC.
First time I ever heard Howard, he was interviewing the Beastie Boys in the 80s.
Wow.
And now here I am, as a grown man, coming back. It's cool.
All right, sir. We'll see you in the studio.
Beyond excited to be here. Beyond. Nervous almost, biting my nails. Just the exhilaration of being back in the King's lair.
Well, Jeff Ross is here. He's fresh from the Roseanne roast. I played you... It happened just the other night, like 2 nights ago. Hey, Jeff. Look good. You lost a little weight since I last saw you.
Usually the roasts are on a Sunday night. I don't know when they did
The roast was... When was the roast of Roseanne?
Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
I played your segment from there. It was hysterical.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, they sent it over to me. It was good to hear you. Good Lord, that roasting has made you huge, right?
It's our new national pastime.
You know, for a long time, the rap on roasters, young guys doing roast, they weren't hard enough on people. They weren't angry enough. There was a period of time where roasting started to fall apart. Like, people were actually going on and being friendly to the guy they were roasting. And then they started calling in real comics to do it. And because I remember the D. Martin roasts were vicious. But then it got nice. Everyone didn't want to, you know, is it hard to say something really shitty about someone to their face?
I would only say it to their face.
Right. You don't talk behind people's
It's
back.
hypocritical. A true roast master says it right to him.
But when you were looking at Carrie Fisher and you say, "Hey, Carrie, gravity, the force is still with you, but it's gravity," which implies that she's a fucking mess. And there's some truth in that. I mean, she doesn't look like Carrie Fisher anymore.
Right.
That is harsh. I mean, you can feel a woman close up on you, right? When you start doing that.
The only time I ever, at one of these things, had some jokes and balked and stopped was when Farrah Fawcett was at the William Shatner roast. I had all these jokes about how terrible she looked, and she looked beautiful, and it took me right back to when I was a kid, and I just couldn't get the joke.
Is that right?
Yeah.
In other words, it felt disingenuous to make fun of her for looking bad when she looked good.
And I worshipped her my whole life.
You couldn't go through with it. But some celebrities do get angry with you.
Occasionally, but rarely.
Penny
well, a
Marshall.
lot of them.
That's the one I heard. Penny Marshall.
She got mad at you?
What did you say to Penny Marshall to freak her out?
Well, I learned a lesson on that one, Howard, because
good.
It's just what we're saying. It was behind her back. It happened. She got mad at me twice.
Okay.
The first one was at a roast for Rob Reiner, who she used to be married to.
Right.
Who maybe they have kids together or something. And
I don't think they do, but
I don't have.
I'm not sure, but
Right.
I was roasting Rob Reiner at a Friars Club roast, which are very brutal.
Right.
And I said, I don't even know how to roast you, Rob Reiner. I mean, how do you even embarrass a guy who married Penny Marshall?
Right.
What was your wedding song? How much is that doggy in the window?
Oh.
That's the stuff.
That's terrible.
So then about a few months later, I was in Las Vegas doing a private roast.
You do a lot of those.
Yeah.
You mean an executive will hire you to roast him?
In this case, it was the owner of the Sacramento Kings, the Maloofs.
The Maloof brothers.
Yeah.
When they pay you, and I imagine they pay you a lot to do this, because I was telling Robin earlier, you spend months sometimes preparing for a roast, right?
Of course.
Like you don't just take it lightly and go and plug in a guy's name. You spend time thinking about that.
It's like going to battle.
Right. So if you're going to do the Maloof brothers, you got to research them. You write all your jokes yourself, and then you spend months working on it. So you probably charge a lot of fucking money to the Maloof brothers to do this.
When I got off the plane, they met me at the cab stand, just like old Vegas. George Maloof put his arm around me and he walked me to the cage in the casino, and he pulled out the money. He called for some money. He paid me in chips and cash.
Oh, are you
It was
kidding?
old school.
Wow. And when they do that, so when someone's paying you a lot of money, you don't hold back on them. You really blast them, right?
Of course.
So do they ever say to you, but don't go too hard on me?
No. You want to roast people who want it.
Right, you would
I don't
think.
take the wimpy roast. I don't do that.
So when you do the Maloof brothers, or you do that guy from Virgin Air,
I roasted Richard Branson one time.
Privately.
He didn't like it either.
He didn't like it.
Well, here, let me just tell you what happened with Penny.
Right, go ahead.
So the Maloofs say, we want to be roasted in front of all the high rollers and all our big supporters for the Kings, and they own the casino. So I got my jokes. I've been working weeks on it. I'm excited. I'm getting, a prime spot right in the middle of the lineup. And there's Penny Marshall. So by now, she must have heard about the joke I said at the other roast.
Right.
So she starts heckling me before I even get to the podium. He's an ass. Fuck him. Don't let him talk. Shut him down. Trying to shut me down like we're in British Parliament or something.
It's a comedy show.
And she's just sort of, it seemed like she was just whacked out of her head on something. She was sitting on Vince Neil's lap.
Who wouldn't want to be on Vince Neil's lap? And she was yelling at you.
She
so
was
she
just
really doesn't
shouting
like
me
it.
down.
Do you go up to them afterwards and say, look, explain yourself that it's a roast, you're hired to write these jokes, I'm sorry you were collateral damage?
They didn't give me that opportunity. I said that she started coming towards the podium, and I just stopped it, and I said, whoa, which one were you, Lenny or Squiggy? And she just spun around and sat back down, and I was walked out the back. I never made it to the after party.
They protected you.
Were
They
you
protected
nervous?
her. They kicked me out.
Have you ever gone to parties where someone comes up to you and says, hey, you've really shitty to me?
No.
It's a tough thing. Sometimes you walk, it's like, I saw you at Jimmy Kimmel's party. That's the last time I saw you.
Yeah.
And you were about to go on the road with Charlie Sheen. The story was, I don't think I'm saying anything out of school here, but Charlie was doing a tour. He was the biggest thing in the country, but he went out to try to do stand-up, and as we know, that takes years and years of perfecting. And he was bombing.
Every night.
So he got the idea to bring you out on stage. He hired you to come out on stage.
He called me at your party.
Did he actually call at the party?
I was at the party, drinking and having fun.
Right.
Big party. And, you know, obviously there's a lot to, I didn't want to, my phone rings. I had a hunch he was going to be calling.
Right.
And, Jeff, it's Charlie Sheen, you know. It's very intense. It sounds like Apocalypse Now every time he calls.
Right. And, it's always intense.
Hey, I have a show in Atlantic City tomorrow night, and everyone's saying you'd be great to wrangle the crowd and keep the crowd at bay. Could you come and be the moderator and interview me? And I'm like, Charlie, man, it's sort of not my thing, but what if, you know, about 20 minutes into the show, when things start to get a little hairy.
20 minutes. How about a minute in? He'll bring you out right away. Did he actually make it 20 minutes?
You're leaving him out there way too long. Yeah.
They probably brought you out like within 5 minutes, but go ahead.
So I said, if I can roast you, and he's like, and I said, I got to say whatever I want. And he said, okay, done. 6 a.m. flight to Philly, and we'll pick you up. And
do
he
you
said,
get
what do you
paid
need?
for that gig?
Sure.
Yeah.
And I said, I need a hazmat suit and a podium.
Yeah. So there you go to his show. Now, when you arrive, is it really no holds barred? You can say whatever you want about Charlie Sheen.
Well, now it's 15 minutes before showtime. I still haven't met Charlie Sheen, and they finally summoned me up to his suite. There's like 4,000 people at the Trump Marino loading in. I've been working on jokes from the party all the way to the flight, all the way, you know, from the airport. I've just got scribbled stuff everywhere, and whatever people gave me at the party on my way out.
Do you read off the notes when you do the roast? You can do that, right? That's allowable, right?
I feel like at a roast, you know, it shows respect if you took some time to write some
stuff out.
Right.
Were people at Jimmy's party giving you ideas on what you should do?
Yeah, Norm was giving me stuff. I remember George Clooney was there.
All right.
And his big thing for me was to tell me, well, be careful what you say. Don't say anything that you're going to regret if Charlie dies.
But you don't. But seriously, saying that to you before you go to roast someone is really kind of deadly, because you can't. If it's going to really be funny, you've got to get to the biting truth.
Sure.
You've got to really wreck the person.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine, like, I wouldn't want you roasting me, because the shit that you say is... Look, every time I hear you, it's real. You're hitting some real truths.
Right.
And so if you were roasting me, I know that it's not going to be different for me.
It would hit you somewhere where it would hurt.
It's going to be really bad shit about me that I maybe don't even want to hear.
That's a different style. That's not my style.
My
style, Howard, is for everyone. You're guest of honor. If you're the guest of honor, I want everyone to leave that roast saying, that was so much fun. I hope we do that again someday. And I want you'd go home and you would tell your wife and your family all the jokes and go, there would be jokes you would love. backhanded. When I roasted Hef, do you think he went home saying, "Oh my God"?
I don't know.
He went home saying, "God, I love that."
He probably had a better sense of humor than I do. I don't think I'd hold up well at a roast, honestly.
But there are some people on the Comedy
don't.
Central roast, they back out because they can't take it.
That's true. Who's too mean at these? Are there people who go over the line, in your opinion? Because you work with kind of the same people. You'll work with Whitney Cummings. You'll work with
Lisa
Lampanelli. You'll work with the late. I thought he was
Greg
great.
Giraldo.
Yeah,
Greg Giraldo was a great
was
roaster.
another good roaster.
Gilbert,
yeah.
you'll work with. Are there some people who go too far?
I do. I don't think there's a too far, Howard. I think sometimes there's a too much. I'll hit, Milton Berle, after my first roast, he said they only remember the home runs.
Right.
Hit them with 1 or 2 wows, and you don't have to hit them 8 times on the size of their vagina. That was my only beef with Whitney after she tore into Pam Anderson's vagina for half an hour. I was like, she's our guest. Just hit her with 1 or 2 and then move on.
So you have a line that you won't cross.
Well, I have an amount.
So you felt Whitney would say, let me understand, Whitney would say 50 times Pam Anderson's vagina is all stretched out.
Right, and then until Pam Anderson's ready to leave, and I'm like, we're supposed to be having fun.
See, I'm surprised to hear that, because sometimes it seems like maybe you're right. Maybe you don't pound the person to death, but it seems like you do because you hit them with a 1-2 punch right away. Yeah, it's remarkable. I love the roast, and I love all of that. So getting back, no, go ahead.
And they're healing sometimes. I mean,
they are.
I feel like people sort of, for Charlie Sheen, for instance, it was a reset button for him.
Yeah, we'll get back to Charlie Sheen, because maybe it was healing for Roseanne and Tom Arnold. She finally allowed Tom Arnold this time around, the one that hasn't aired yet.
Yeah.
She allowed him on stage, and the stuff I read in the paper was really funny between the two of them.
Funny and emotional.
Right.
He was quivering. She sat back in her seat. It was like there was a real authenticity to what was happening, and I was surprised. I had no idea what was going to happen, and it was alive.
Did you not know that he was going to be allowed to walk out?
No.
You didn't know?
I suspected, and I asked Joel Gallen the night before, because I had a hunch that something could be up, because I saw the executives sort of running around on their phones.
Right.
And they told me definitively no. So they surprised me, which is hard to do.
Well, because she had insisted that he be the only person not allowed to roast her. And when he was on my show, he had brought it up that he thought it would be a great idea if he roasted her. But he had been told no. So.
Well, I love Tom, but he's been out of work so long, he forgot you have to be offered a gig before you turn it down.
Yeah, right. Because he was on my show, he was killing on the show, and I said, man, that would be such a great moment if he came out. But I really never thought it would happen.
Yeah.
So get back to Charlie Sheen. So you get back to his dressing room.
I'm in his the show's 15 minutes away.
Right.
And I meet him, and he's got one eye on a baseball game and one eye on me. And I
Not nervous at all.
No, couldn't care less about this tour that is going down like the Titanic. He's got thousands of people sold out. They're buying T-shirts, the Torpedo of Truth,
and he has nothing to say.
Nothing. He goes out on a baseball shirt, a Philadelphia baseball shirt. We're in New Jersey,
you don't do that.
It's just the whole thing.
Right.
And he comes out and winning and Tiger Blood. He's got this little shtick he does in the beginning.
Right.
So he says, I'll do all that. And then I said, okay, well, when it starts to get a little weird, because it's been getting weird every night, and they've been trying to get me to do this for a while.
Right.
I said, that's when I'll come out and I'll do I'll roll out a podium and we'll start and Chuck Zito walks up to me, who I don't know at this point.
Right.
And he walks right up to me. he puts, you've seen his fist, Howard.
Right. He's a very big man, yeah.
And he's a very intimidating guy. And he walks right up to me, and he puts his fist against my nose. And he said, make sure the jokes aren't too mean.
Wow.
And Sheen goes, hey, Chuck, he's with us. It's okay, he's with us.
He's allowed to be mean.
Jeez.
So I was very intimidated.
Was Chuck doing it jokingly? Or no, it was not a joke.
Chuck was protecting his guy.
Did Chuck realize that you are a karate black belt? Aren't you a actual karate black belt?
I got a black belt in Taekwondo at 10 and a half years old.
At 10 and a half
At 10 and a half.
How do you think I have the confidence to bust balls?
Do you still
That's
practice?
what I told your bullying guy. They should teach the kids, bully victims should learn karate and then also learn roasting.
Is that why you learned karate? Were you bullied as a kid?
Yes.
You were, and your parents said
Now,
to you...
did this help?
My mother dragged me to karate school. I was crying and screaming, didn't want to go.
And she said, no, you're going.
Right.
And you might probably thank her now because you know this skill.
Every day.
Do you keep up with it?
No.
You do not?
That's
But
what I was going to
It gives you
say.
a certain confidence. I can
Right.
defend myself. I'm not
Oh,
saying I
it
can
does?
throw flying snap kicks anymore, but if somebody threw a punch at me, I could defend myself.
That's great.
And whoever I'm with. And
That's
whoever
right.
I'm with.
And isn't it true, even to this day, you can beat up any 10-year-old right now? Like if I brought 5 10-year-olds in here, you could probably take them out. So Chuck says to you, hey, you better take it easy. Charlie says to you, listen, it's okay. And so
He's with
roast you
us.
did. And how
The show
long...
comes out. The show... Charlie goes out, and he's doing fine. He's doing his shtick for about 15 minutes. And suddenly somebody in the middle of this giant arena goes, refund! I want a refund! And Charlie doesn't have the stand-up skills to stop everything he's doing and to go through.
Right.
He stops and he goes, who said that? So now you got 3,000 people on a jumbotron, and he goes, come up here. So some guy runs out of the crowd. Charlie reaches into his pocket and gives the guy a $100 refund. So what happens?
But what? So they bring you out?
No, 80 people start
80
rushing
people
the stage
started
looking for
rushing.
refunds. So then the stage manager throws me out there, and I walk out in a full head-to-toe hazmat suit.
Right.
And I have a microphone, and I pull the mask down, and I said, hey, everybody, my name's Jeff Ross. They call me the Roastmaster General. And Charlie says, what the fuck are you doing here? And I go, Charlie, these people paid good money for a comedy show. They deserve a comedy show, and no one deserves to be roasted more than the Warlock. And he goes, okay, and he agrees, and they roll out a podium.
Oh, that's great.
And I went to town on him for 20 minutes.
What was the worst thing you said? Does anything come into your memory bank that you said about Charlie Sheen that really was just fucking brutal?
If you're winning, then this must not be a child custody hearing.
There was nothing winning about Charlie.
That was right in the middle of the child custody hearing, right in the middle of the tour. It was the worst time of his life. And I must say, no one in the history of roasting has been as good a sport as Charlie Sheen, because he let me roast him every night in 8 different cities. I got meaner in every city, and then he let me roast him on Comedy Central. And on top of that, we watched the roast together. That's how much he loves the punishment.
You went over to his place?
Yeah.
Were there hot chicks loaded in there? We all assumed that Charlie... There were.
Yeah.
So you go over to watch him being roasted with him.
Yeah.
And he's got hot chicks all around.
Everywhere.
And does he share the hot chicks with you, or is he just kind of like does his thing? Or you?
They're all his.
Yeah.
It's not that he shares or doesn't share. It's just it's sort of around.
It's
like
the scene.
Like appetizers.
Right. So you became friendly with Charlie after all of this.
He puts the harming and charming. I used to.
well, and when he after you do your thing, I don't know how long did you do your thing on stage with Charlie? Half hour?
No, 15, 20 minutes.
And then he goes back to his live show.
Then I would stay there, and just to kill the last half hour of the show, because he
had nothing to do.
I would do a thing. I would speed roast. I'd say, who wants to ask Charlie a question? Some wisdom from the Warlock, just some nonsense to get to the show, and people would come lining up. And I'd say, to talk to Charlie or to hug Charlie or kiss Charlie or ask him a question, you got to go through me. Right. And I would just sort of up and down speed roast these nudniks who came to the Charlie Sheen show.
You mean you would roast them off the cuff?
Yeah.
Can you do? Are you? I sense that you said you had to prepare and for months and months and months. But if I said to you, go roast, Fred right now.
Right.
Would you be able to, off the top of your head, roast him for a few minutes?
Probably.
You could.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you say? There's nothing funny about Fred. How could you? What could you possibly say? Look him in the eye and roast him right now. Let's see a good.
He's
sport.
a nudnik who's come to the podium.
Go ahead.
Oh my God! Look at this. Fred, how are you?
Doing fine, my friend.
I loved you on To Catch a Predator. Good luck.
Very good.
He's a scary-looking guy. I don't want to make fun of him. He looks like he would have somebody killed.
Yeah, right.
No, you're doing good over there, Fred.
How did you know he was on To Catch a Predator? I didn't even know you knew that about him. That's awesome.
It's I have a whole stand-up special where I speed roast people one after the other from every city.
Yeah. Well, now has that aired?
It airs on Saturday.
This Saturday,
Yeah.
it's a stand-up special where you'll knock on a celebrity's door, for example, and roast them.
No,
that's not this.
I'm on stage in any city. I did 8 cities.
Right.
And I do some jokes about that city, and then I invite anyone who wants to come on stage for 15 seconds of pain. And I did 8 cities, and it's all cut together.
Oh,
Jeff
that's
Ross
great.
Roasts America.
Is that on Comedy Central?
Saturday night at 11.
Beautiful. I'll watch that.
Thanks, man.
I mean, when you look at a guy like me, I'm almost unroastable because, A, I'm handsome as hell.
Sure.
B, the women love me. And I'm not that controversial. So it would be difficult for you to come up with a line right now off the top of your head, wouldn't it?
No, I'd probably talk mostly about... I like to talk about what's going ahead. Not
what would you say about me? Go, let me see if I could be a good sport. I will try. What could you possibly say about me that would be...
Howard Stern almost got into a fist fight with Howie Mandel. That's quite an opponent there. A fist fight with a guy who doesn't like to be touched. You're really tough, Howard.
See, I can handle that.
You can
that's
handle
fine.
that one?
Oh, yeah, that's easy. I mean, that's nothing. I mean, that almost makes me look good.
But I wouldn't want to turn it up as a guest because then
Turn
you
it
might
up.
get it so...
Blast me one real good one.
Give it up for Howard Stern, the ugliest motherfucker on the planet. That's not even a joke. That's a fact, Howard.
That's it? I could handle that.
I wrote some notes down. You want me to roast you properly?
Yeah, go ahead.
Really?
Roast me.
Can
roast
I?
me. Yeah, go ahead.
He
go ahead.
wrote notes.
I work on these things.
Seriously? I had no idea. I want to see if I could take it.
I would speed roast nudniks. I don't speed roast legends. Legends I prepare for.
Oh, really? Okay, well, so go ahead and give it to me, and don't hold back, but I can guarantee you at some point I'm going to tell you I can't take it.
Raise your hand when you can. Like, have
Can I
a
raise
kill
my
sign
hand?
like an S&M
Yeah,
situation.
what would be a word I could yell out if I can't take it anymore? Have Chuck Zito walk in for a second and punch you right in the head. Go ahead.
Thanks, Howard. But with all due respect, the Howard Stern roast is not the same without Bob Levy butchering my introduction. Great to be back, Howard. It's been so long. After my last time on this show, they said I couldn't come back until David Arquette had 48 more fucking appearances.
All right, I can handle that. Kind of. Yeah.
They come from a place of love, Howard, because I love the show. It's not an angry roast. That's not my style.
I see.
Robin's not here today. There's no one here to fake laugh at my jokes and stuff on the punchlines.
He asked to be roasted, not me.
Yeah, right. That was me, but go ahead.
There's no minorities in the studio. The closest thing you have to a person of color are the brown stains on Tim's fingers. That shit skate story was so gross. Who thought Sabian would cause more body fluids to fly than the Sibian?
How do you shit like that?
I don't know.
How does it fly out of your ass onto the walls and on the light
And the
switches?
light switch.
What
It's
is
something
that?
good. It's like, what's it called? Spin arm. Remember spin arm when you were a kid?
You ever shit like that?
No.
Where does that come from?
It seems like, he shot and then walked around the room or something. It's like a lot. I never heard a story like that on the radio.
Me neither.
But let's face it, you guys beat that topic more than Fred Willard beat his cock.
What was that? I mean, what's going on
You know
with him?
Fred?
I
mean,
love Fred.
Who goes to a theater to beat off anymore? It seems crazy.
I think he's having fun. He's got an artistic...
What is that about, though? I asked him to come on. He went on Jimmy Fallon. I really didn't get any answers. I asked him to come on this show. He declined.
Oh.
I just want to know, why go to a theater to beat off? I mean, is it to meet other people?
I don't think so. I think he was probably bored, had a couple drinks, and was having some fun.
All right. Okay.
I've jerked off in weird places, haven't you?
I'm very proud. I'm afraid someone will see how small my cock
Where
is. So I
have
keep
you
it-
jerked
Where
off?
have you jerked off in a weird place?
Let me think. Chuck E. Cheese.
You did?
No.
I believe it.
That would be a weird place.
Where have you jerked off? That's weird.
In a pool.
You did?
Yeah.
Not your own pool. It's someone else's.
I once jerked off in the ocean.
Remind me not to invite you to my house. Am I done being roasted? Did I survive that? I mean, I don't feel that I got roasted that bad.
Robin, we need you back here. Without you, who will they ever get to Google the news? Even in Robin's absence, we still get all those great Robin songs. Everyone wants to fuck Robin. The only people who want to fuck Howard are those serious executives.
See, I like that.
Those execs are crazy to mess with you, Howard. Where else are they going to find someone willing to work 4 hours a day, 3 days a week? When you cut back, Howard, on your schedule, do you even think about who you were hurting? With so many shows, there's barely enough new material for Jay Leno to steal.
Now, you're friendly with Jay Leno, right?
No.
Oh, you're not?
I mean, I'm friendly when I see him, but I haven't been on a show since '96.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Why not? Well, I mean, your career is bigger than ever. You've really proven to be a great comic. Why the fuck are you not on the
I wrote
Tonight
them
Show?
a note. I wrote the bookers a note early on when they took over the primetime show.
Right.
They were looking for comics to do panel and stuff, and I threw my hat in the ring. They were interested, and I said, I want to play in the. I wrote Ross Marks, the booker, an email. I said, I want to play in the big leagues, and he wrote me back, get a bigger bat.
Wow.
So I just
he
stopped.
roasted you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. You know, I would even think in terms of like with the roast and the attention you're getting that even if Jay just had you on to do 5 minutes and then you just fucking blasted him, you know, I would think that would be a great segment, no?
Yeah. You know, to be honest with you, I have my pals in late night now, and it's okay.
Who are your pals in late night?
I love the Jimmy Kimmel. I'm going to be on next week.
Jimmy adores you.
Yeah, he's been a good pal for a long time, and
Right.
always in my corner.
Right.
And on my team, whatever I do when things are up or down, and that's a real friend. So, to me, that's enough.
Yeah, and I was actually surprised you were even allowed into the party at the big
Jimmy
party.
invited him?
Jimmy invited. I said, boy, Jeff's really, you never know. You never know. No, I was actually glad to see you there. And it was kind of fun to socialize a bit. That was some party, right?
That was the greatest, man. Just
Why was
singing
it so
karaoke. Because when else do you see Rickles with his guard down and Norm hanging out, Norm Macdonald? It was just the comics. To me, it's I don't care about the movie stars. That's not my thing. But when you see comics sort of unguarded, I love the fraternity of it.
It's funny you say that. You know who I ended up sitting on a couch for most of the evening with talking to is this guy, Louis.C.K.
Yeah.
And he seems like a very genuine guy to me. Are you friendly with him?
We started out together. I consider him a friend.
And I had a great conversation with him. Maybe you're right. And Norm, too. Norm's another great guy. What did he say to you? Did you remember what he said did he give you advice about Charlie Sheen? You said, what was his advice?
Who?
Norm Macdonald, the night that we were at the party.
I remember him just started pitching me jokes. I can't remember what they were. And
Were they good?
I don't remember them being stuff I used, but just having Norm sort of engage in what I'm doing is the best. And I just started making fun of his jacket.
Were you nervous going on the Charlie Sheen thing at all?
Yes, on the first one, but once I got in the rhythm of it, when I'm prepared, I'm not nervous.
Yeah.
When I'm going into things sort of half-assed, then I get nervous.
What makes a great roaster? The guy's got to have a great delivery. It's like everybody could have the same jokes. There's, people write jokes.
It's the timing.
It's the timing, right? It's just
confidence.
Right.
I love Amy Schumer. She opened the roast last night, Saturday night.
Right.
For Roseanne. And we had a couple very similar jokes.
Right.
And I started cutting them in my head. And then I said, you know what? I'm just going to do them. And I'm going to do them with confidence. Who knows what they'll use in the edit. So why break my script apart? I'm just going to do it with the confidence and gravitas of the roast master, and it works.
So they don't work that out ahead of time. You don't sit down with all of the fellow roasters and say, look, here's my material, here's your material, and you work it up, because it seems like a horror scene. If you've got to sit there and cut jokes as people are going, you might have some killer material.
That's the game, though. It's awesome.
You like that.
I love the energy of that, and the fact that you got to be on your feet and you got to be engaged, and you got to be in the moment.
When you're sitting there on the dais and Amy Schumer goes and she does a joke so similar to the one you're doing, you just sit there and go, oh, fuck me. I mean, that takes a long time to create a joke. It's not like you can write it in 3 seconds.
That's why I like to go on a little later.
Why?
Because then I can roast the roast. What if somebody bombs? What if something crazy happens?
Do you sit there and write as you go along? Like, in other
Sure.
words, oh, you do. So if Amy Schumer went and tanked, then
Right.
you've got 50 Amy Schumer lines.
Right.
But you can write it that quick.
I had a great joke in case someone tanked. Hey, Gilbert, if you're going to tweet about a disaster tonight, tweet about Amy Schumer's set. You know?
Right, but she was good.
She was great.
And
so
it didn't work.
So I dropped that one and made it about Ellen Barkin's makeup.
Somehow you work it in. How long do you go on for? Like 3 to 5 minutes?
I went on for about 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
There was a lot to work with there.
Do they cut that down, or they just run the whole 8 minutes?
I think they'll run most of it because it was pretty fun. And
I mean, the segment I ran this morning, maybe I should run it now.
you know, I was dressed as Joe Paterno.
Yeah, we
now-
talked about that.
Now, that seemed pretty controversial, that you would show up dressed as Joe Paterno. And did anyone have any doubts about you doing that?
I did. I struggled with it for a while.
But why did you struggle? Because you thought maybe too soon?
No, not too soon, but I don't want it to be misconstrued as glorifying those guys. I wanted everyone to understand that it's my way of expressing my freedom of speech. A lot of comics have been apologizing and second-guessing their imaginations lately.
Right.
And that troubled me. And Roseanne represents unapologetic comedy.
Right.
So I thought it would tie together in a way that could be funny and also impactful.
You know,
Who
you make
knew
a
it
good...
was that deep?
Right. Who knew? I just said, you know, but you're right. I remember going on Letterman and making an OJ joke. It was right as soon as this murder occurred, double homicide occurred, and I went right on that night and I did a OJ thing. And Letterman came down pretty hard on me. He said, "You shouldn't make fun of a double homicide." You know, you know, and I was like, "Oh, fuck, great." You know, I mean, I just got chastised on television, and yet 3 nights later, everyone started in, including Letterman, with the OJ jokes.
Right.
And so I still feel glad that I did it because
right.
it was history proved me right.
You know, you asked me if I write my own material very early on.
Yeah.
I write it, but I also, at this point, because of my reputation, everywhere I go, people offer me ideas now.
Right.
The cab driver will give me a joke, and then Sarah Silverman will give me a joke. And you start to get ideas and influences, and I feel like I'm roasting Roseanne vicariously for all the fans and comics.
So Sarah hears that you're going to be on the Roseanne roast.
Right.
And she's known to do roasts too, but she, I guess, didn't want to do this one or didn't get asked to do this one.
She didn't particularly like him.
I don't know about that. Does she not
No,
like
she
them?
talked about it with us.
She did? She said
I think
she
she
didn't like
loves them as a fan, but
Right.
I think, you know, being up there isn't really something she looks forward to.
Right. So she calls you up and says,
You know,
"Hey,"
we had lunch, and we'll just start bullshitting about the roast.
right, and then she says something great.
Yeah.
And then do you have to ask permission? Do you say, "Hey, can I use that?"
No, she's saying it so I use it, hoping I use it.
Wow. And she doesn't have that possessive thing like, "I want to save this for myself."
No, she's waiting and watching the roast, waiting to hear her joke so she can tell her friends, and she's very, very supportive like that.
When you did Dancing with the Stars, you were voted out the first guy out. What did that say to you? It's a popularity contest. Is it that a lot of people in America didn't know you, or were you just a really shitty dancer?
How dare you?
Were you awful at dancing?
I happen to think I'm a good dancer.
So what happened? What went wrong?
I got
there?
hurt.
You got injured.
Yeah.
How did you hurt yourself? You're dancing.
You were practicing, and your dance partner,
Edita,
who
What'd
has
she do to
some body, right?
The most beautiful woman.
Did you hit on her at all?
She's married.
Oh, she is. But did you hit on her at
Yes.
all? You did. Couldn't get anywhere.
We loved each other, but in a way that was obviously, you know.
Is it erotic when you
It couldn't be realized.
when you're in a rehearsal with a woman that hot? I mean, she's hot, Edita. I know
Right.
who you're talking
Inside and
about.
out, wonderful person.
Okay. When you're dancing with someone, and they're scantily clad, and you're wearing a pair of, I don't know, sweatpants.
No, you're wearing, and tight pants. And
do you get a boner at all practicing with her?
Not the practicing, because you're trying to remember your moves, the warming up, the stretching.
She stretches
She did
you?
one move with me, boy.
Yeah.
you know, she would, we would stretch, and I don't know if you do yoga, but when you do this thing where you grab someone's ankles,
right?
Go up like this. So now I'm looking up like this,
right?
And it was just,
and she's on her back on the floor,
and you're doing these kind of stretches, or she'd warm up and she'd change in front of me. You know, you're together everywhere for 2 months warming up,
and you pop a boner.
You definitely get excited.
Yeah, and do you apologize? Do you say to her, "Look, I'm so"? I mean, what do you do in that situation?
I would just ignore it. I would just play through it.
But she sees it.
Walk it off.
I mean, I'm assuming she sees it, right?
I think she probably, in some way, loves it.
Right.
She wants to know that her stuff is working.
No, it's working all right. No, she's super hot. So you were practicing with her, and she, I guess one of her fingernails got in your eye?
She, you know, we did the same routine every for months. You know, we're working it out. If I go on the road, she came with me.
Wow.
I lost a lot of weight. And, you know, my thinking was all the great roast masters before me, they were full entertainers. They could sing and dance. And, you know, I wanted to sort of pay tribute to that. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try to learn something new.
Okay.
And I got the routine down. We were doing play that funky music.
Right.
And it was so exciting. Live TV. I'm in my trailer. You know, it's a few hours from showtime. Chris Rock calls and he says, I'm watching with my daughters. Let me give you some advice. And he said, fuck the dancing and write some jokes.
He always knows what to say to make you feel confident, doesn't he?
So we go to camera blocking. The live show's a few hours away. And while I'm in makeup, editor goes and gets her nails done. You know, Polish woman, long, beautiful fingernails. And the last move, Howard, is me down here. I go, bam, on the very last move. As my hands come out, her hands come out over my head, and her fingernail
catches your eye.
Catches my eye, and I had a, what's it called? A cornea, sliced.
A sliced cornea.
And I go down on the ground, and I'm laying on the ground, like wiggling around, and everyone's laughing because they all think I'm hamming it up or playing around.
Wow!
And 15 minutes goes by, and I'm not opening the eye.
Oh!
And now I go to the ambulance, and
maybe she wasn't loving the stretching. Maybe it was a payback for the boner. But go ahead. Yeah, you go to the ambulance.
And I go to the hospital, and then I go to a specialist, and he basically says, you can't dance. You have to. And now I'm like, you know, this is I've been working months on this.
Yeah.
And word starts to get out and stuff like that because people saw an ambulance come out of Dancing with the Stars already, just an audience lining up and stuff.
Yeah.
And I started
why
getting
couldn't
calls.
you dance? Because your eye was so injured that you could have risked further injury?
I guess when you rip your cornea like that, you can't move your eye around.
Right.
You're
The
moving.
light. I could sit in here, but I could. The lights, the cameras, it's just so painful. So I had to wear a
eye patch.
Eye patch.
Yeah.
And I said, if I can walk, I can dance, I told editor.
Right.
And I said, the show must go on. And the producer, Conrad, said, the show's going on, just without you. What are you talking about?
What do you mean the show must go on? We weren't stopping it, narcissist.
And actually, Kimmel said, dance, you'll be a hero.
Right.
Like a schmuck. I'm like, all right.
You
here
let
we
Kimmel
go.
give you advice?
Right.
Right.
Dancing, no less.
Dancing advice.
And that's what happened. I went out and I danced poorly.
Right.
People started sending money.
Are you saying in rehearsal you really were a lot better?
Very. I'm still a good dancer.
Why don't
I love to dance more than anything.
Don't you
Why don't they bring you back?
Yeah,
that would have been a good idea.
Why don't they give you, in fairness, isn't there some new superstar season coming up where they're pulling in the best dancers from each series? You should get a chance at doing that. I am your advocate right now.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Howard. The last time you said something like that about me, it worked out too. Every time you plug something
what was
good
that?
happens for me. This is years ago. I told a story about roasting. I don't remember which one. And you said, you should write a book about roasting.
Yeah, and you did.
And a month later, I had a deal.
Yeah, how'd that book do?
Well,
it did well, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was. You've taught people how to roast, haven't you? You on the Bachelor. I remember seeing you. You
He was in The Bachelor?
He taught the bachelorettes or the bachelors to roast, right?
Roasting isn't about celebrities all the time. It's also about roasting your friends and
Right.
colleagues and coworkers. And
I'll tell you what.
that's
Dancing
what my
with the
show's
Stars.
about.
If you won't put Jeff back on Dancing with the Stars, you should at least let him bang Editor. She should have at least offered after she
Are
took out
they
your
in charge
cornea.
of that?
I danced so poorly, people thought it was a telethon. They sent money.
Like, who's this guy? Let's go to a couple of calls. Let's remind you not to miss Jeff Ross's stand-up special, Jeff Ross Roasts America. That's the one where you'll bring people up on stage
Yeah.
and you'll just let them have it.
Right. It's brutal.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
Good.
I didn't
like
do
that.
it to you because it's just not right to do it to friends. It works for strangers.
Do it to me.
No, it's like, you know.
It doesn't work.
It's
just got to be
if I
with
know
strangers.
the person, it's got a layer to it.
When you roasted Donald Trump, in other words, it worked because you don't know him?
No, because that one I prepare for, and it's like a written roast. But speed roasting is very punk rock.
Right.
You know, I had a guy in Seattle just come on stage, and, you know, I'll ask him, what are you doing? He'll tell me. I said, he'll say, oh, I'm getting married next week. I said, what does your wife do? And I say, I know she's not a dentist because he's got fucked up teeth. I got hit about 8 times on the tour.
Really?
Mostly by women.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
They hit you?
Well, women will come on stage to get speed roasted in a top. You know how that is.
Yeah.
And they like, oh, I'm going to go up there and he's going to make fun of my boobs. And then I ignore the boobs and make fun of their eyes.
Yeah, right.
A pretty girl like you should think about getting her teeth fixed or something like that.
Right, and then that levels them, and then they hit you.
And they're caught off guard.
That's mature. See Jeff at the Roast of Roseanne Barr.
Yeah.
And check out the premiere of The Burn on Comedy Central. What's The Burn?
The Burn is my new weekly roasting series on Comedy Central.
Now, is this the one where you knock on celebrities' doors and roast them?
Yeah.
Whose door do you knock on?
We're doing Stamos in the beginning.
Stamos.
We're doing Sarah Silverman.
Oh, you will walk into their homes?
Sure, or wherever they want.
So it's Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, except you annoy them and shit all over them when you get into their
in
house.
Stamos' backyard. You know, he has that giant D from Disneyland. In
Right,
his backyard.
Right, yeah, he's into Disneyland.
So what's the D stand for? Is that your grade in acting class?
And he liked it.
What do you tell girls in bedroom? It's a small world after all. He's a great sport, you know that.
Yes, he is. He really is. Let's go to, I don't know, Tommy, who wants to say hello to you, and then I'll let you out of here. Go ahead, Tommy, in Lansdale,
Howard,
Pennsylvania.
hey now, love you, brother.
Hey now.
Jeff, you're kicking ass, man. I never heard of you until you went on Howard years ago, and I'm sitting in my car right now. I'm late an hour for work. I'm just pissing myself.
He's a great
All the roasts
guy.
you do, man, excellent, and you sound like a pretty genuine dude, too.
Thank you, dude.
Man, keep it up, Howard. You too.
All right, real good. No problem. Let's go to Balls in Elwood City, Pennsylvania.
again.
Balls.
Balls all morning.
Hey now, balls, and more balls.
Humongous fan, Jeffrey. I just want to ask you 2 quick things. Being a famous comedian, ever got any famous pussy? And can you roast Gary Delabate?
Gary Delabate, there's nothing funny to roast about. Am I correct?
How is he in charge of this show?
Go ahead.
The only thing Gary can produce is plaque.
That's a good one.
That's not bad.
That's a real good one.
And
celebrity women. Celebrity
I've slept
pussies.
with?
Yeah. Have you actually been with famous women?
Because you roast.
Because you roast. Has roasting brought you to that level of fame yet?
No, I don't. No, I used to fantasize about. That was my obsession, was to one day.
Powerful woman.
But as I got, as I was able to get real women, the celebrity, I don't want to be somebody's second banana. I never got into that.
Yeah, are you afraid? You know, that's what I think. Why my wife and I were just talking about this. Why actors specifically can't marry each other, because it's competitive, and it's one day the other one's up, the other day the other one's down, and it's probably difficult. When you're in a relationship with a woman, you want to feel like you're the most important sort of player in that room, huh?
I'm dating somebody now who makes me feel that way.
She makes you feel that important.
Yeah.
She looks up to you.
Yeah, and we look up to each other. and we share that, you know.
Am I hearing a serious relationship for you finally?
It's still pretty new, but it's going good.
You
What does
against marriage?
she do that you look up to her?
She's a comedian. She's she's a comedian. She's just starting out at the Comedy Store and stuff.
She's actually a little person and looks up to Jeff.
She's 3 feet tall.
So you're dating a comedian.
Yeah.
Now, don't tell me that doesn't get fucking competitive. I mean, if she starts doing super well, if let's say her career explodes, you're not going to be able to deal with that.
You think?
I know.
I think I'll be okay.
You do?
Well, your wife works?
Yes, of course she works. But what if she suddenly gets bigger than me and I'm left behind?
I see.
You see
She's
what I'm
the
saying?
queen of all media.
The
and
queen of all media,
you're
right?
interning.
Can we handle that as men? It's very difficult. Balls, so no celebrity pussy. Okay?
Thanks again, guys.
All right, thank you. And let's go to Libby, who wants to say hello, and then I'll let you out of here. Go ahead, Libby.
Baba Booey. Hey now. I just wanted Jeff to go back to talking about Richard Branson. He never finished about how he didn't like his roast.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
what
yeah.
did
So,
Richard Branson like?
Am I the only one? I'm the only one paying attention.
Yeah, you know what? Thank you for paying attention. I got too excited about other stuff and moved on. So Richard Branson, and I find this fascinating. You can make a good living now, sort of in a corporate way, where these guys hire you, and they want you to roast them at a private situation, a function.
Right.
So Branson hired you or didn't hire you?
His friends hired me, and this is where it went wrong.
Okay. He didn't know about it.
It was up in Canada. He had some kind of thing going on up there, and a couple of his lieutenants and his buddies who worked for Virgin,
right?
They said, "Oh, you know what? Richard's a great practical joker. We thought we'd get him back." So I can't remember too many of my jokes, but they were mostly. So they don't. He doesn't know why he's there exactly. He thinks he's there for some other thing. And
now, is this in front of an audience?
There's like 50 people that he knows and works with.
Right. Right.
And they put him in a chair, and we're having drinks, and suddenly, the roast master, da 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 da, and he's sitting there, and he's sort of. People are dying because they love that they're punking him.
Right.
And I don't like to surprise people, but I said, you know what, they really don't want to tell him. And I pushed back a couple times, and finally that was a make it or break. It was a good gig, and I said, all right, you know what, love to meet Richard Branson, and I'll try it. So I'm about 6, 7 jokes in, and I'm doing well, and I'm seeing that I see his like mind ticking. Like he doesn't. Either he's going to get up and leave, or he's got a big line he's going to drop on me, or maybe the joke. I don't know what it is.
Right.
I get all through the roast, and I get on a roll, and I'm killing, and finally, like, he's just a good sport. He's just laughing, and he's enjoying it, and he just sort of, it's like getting molested. After a while, you just sit back and let it happen.
All right.
And then I give a big finish, whatever the last joke was, and he stands up, and he comes over, and he has his drink in his hand, and he gives me a big hug, and he drops his whole drink on my head.
Oh. So you were upset.
It's just, I kind of shrugged it off with a laugh, but I go, this is not the business I want to be in. This is
right.
Roasting is...
Well, roasting is hard work, number one, and it shows that the guy didn't have a good sense of humor, and now all of a sudden he's sort of physically attacking you over it because he doesn't know how to humiliate you any other way.
Right.
And now he's pouring a drink on your head. And maybe he thought he was being funny, but the truth is he couldn't take it.
Right. Powerful people do not like to get caught off guard.
But you make a good point. Yeah, you don't want to go in there if this guy doesn't want you there.
Right.
If he can't handle it, then fuck it. Why should you be humiliated? So you never spoke to him afterwards and you said, hey, that was bullshit? You just went over the line, man? You didn't have to do that to me.
I tried to be a good sport because I realized that I broke one of my rules of roasting, which is not to sneak up on people.
Right. You learned your lesson.
I just roasted my Uncle Murray for his 90th birthday, and he begged me. He was so happy.
Right.
When somebody's up for it, there's no greater party.
It's an honor, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So, and I imagine you get paid a lot of money for these private gigs, make more than $100 or something, like something crazy, right?
It's a good way to do a gig without having to, go on the road and promote it for a week, and
You're
you
not
just
kidding.
show up and bust somebody's balls.
Did you know when you got on the first? What was the first Comedy Central roast you ever did?
I did them I did it at the Friars before that.
And then you got your reputation. They asked you to go to Comedy Central.
No, I pushed Comedy Central and Drew Carey and the Friars Club into doing the first one. It was my idea.
And once you got on, it became your thing. When you got into comedy, did you think roasting was going to be?
Didn't even know what it was.
You didn't know.
No, I was have to when they first asked me to do it. It was like saying jousting, or it was like a lost art.
And were you like at first, hey, I don't even know I want to do this. That's not what I do.
Yeah, I got a lot of shit from I was in the alternative comedy scene downtown in New York, where we would just tell stories without a microphone, and it was like the mid-'90s.
Right.
And I loved that. But then I got asked to do a roast, and it was a tough time. It was after the blackface incident with Whoopi Goldberg and Ted, so they had trouble getting bigger stars that year.
Right.
And they thought I'd be good at it. And Greg Fitzsimmons had gotten me into the Friars Club.
Right.
And I said, wow, this is interesting. This is the ultimate alternative comedy. I'm going to put a suit on and go bust Teddy Youngman's balls. And I met Milton Berle and Buddy Hackett. And
so who was the first roast that you
Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal. Oh, my God, that's fantastic.
Humorless.
Humorless. Didn't know. Probably didn't even get half the jokes, right?
Did not get the jokes. I'll never forget it. There's 1,500 people. You know, at that Hilton where you're always up in the balcony, Howard, lurking in the back.
Right.
There's all these people there, and Steven Seagal's there, and I don't know anybody. I got my one good suit on from the Letterman show left over,
Right.
And Milton Berle introduced me. He gave me this terrible introduction. He just came back from a convention of lesbians with dildo rash. Just some generic bullshit joke.
Right. Didn't know you from a hole in the wall.
And I come out in my suit.
I got through now.
Yeah, go ahead. You come out in your suit.
Steven Seagal sitting there, and I look out at the crowd, and I said, I realize I look at Seagal, and I go, I realize a lot of you don't know me here today, but I feel uniquely qualified to be here today because I'm also a shitty actor. And I just start tearing into Seagal, and every 3 jokes, I get poked in the ribs from this side by Milton Berle. And the only other person to ever do that to me when I was speaking was my cantor during my Haftorah. He would do that to keep me from being nervous. He would just sort of remind me that, I don't know why. So Berle just keeps poking me. Every time I get an applause break, I get and Berle had these long, sharp nails. And he's just disrupting me. He's just fucking with me.
Why is
I'm
he doing
well. And I didn't know. And finally, I just turned to him and I engaged him. And I said, what are you doing? And I said, we started going back and forth. I said, I was walking around downtown today. I saw Milton Berle in an antique shop, $800. Boom. And then finally, he goes after me and he starts grabbing the mic out of my hand and we're going back and forth. It's my first roast.
Oh, my God. Why? Do you think he was jealous that you were killing?
He didn't like a new guy getting laughs.
Wow.
So finally, Buddy Hackett was sitting like 8 seats down the dais.
Right.
I didn't know him either. He screams off mic. He goes, hey, Milton, let the kid work. Remember when you used to? Milton leaps out of his seat. He's in his By the way, my first roast was Milton's last. Milton ran over and kissed Buddy on the lips. And I said, look at them. Give them a round of applause. Between the two of them, they have over 150 years of homosexual experience. I have a picture of this in my house. Milton ran back over and planted one right on my lips.
Wow.
And that was it.
So were you angry? I'm not understanding. Were you angry with Milton Berle for interrupting you and fucking with you? Or do you consider that like a huge honor?
I consider it a coming-of-age moment, a graduation into the majors.
I still am fascinated why he would poke you. I think he was tantruming like a child. You were getting all the attention, and he couldn't deal with it.
He would have been hogging the stage the whole day. It was nobody really funny except him, and he couldn't deal with it.
So in a sense, it's a compliment that he couldn't deal with you. The great Milton Berle could not deal with you.
You stole his stage.
And I still was respectful afterwards. At the back at the club I talked to Buddy, and Buddy told me that he pokes new comics out of jealousy and just to be a pain in the ass.
Oh my! Are you sure it was his hand and not his cock? Wasn't he like the legendary huge cock guy?
He had a big one.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a great story. All right, listen. Jeff Ross. He came in here and he entertained you. Now, quid pro quo. You have to watch all of his specials.
Lots going on.
Everything coming up. Roses for Jeff Ross.
Howard, one closing roast joke about
Please,
you.
go ahead. Yes.
One to close
I can't
it off.
even imagine what you could say because I'm.
He's leaving through a bunch of notes.
There's nothing funny about me. Go ahead.
But in all seriousness, Howard, as you know, I'm starting my own show in a couple weeks, and I want you to know that as a host, you are my inspiration, Howard Stern.
Thank you.
In order to be a success, I will try my best to mimic everything you have ever done in your magnificent career.
Thank you.
I've already told my executives to defecate on the walls, my writers to stroll in late,
right.
My co-stars to work from home,
right.
And I'll keep showing up to work even though my contract says I'm owed a ton of money.
That's right.
Thank you very much,
Jeffrey.
Howard.
Thank you. Jeff Ross, everybody. Great Jeff Ross. We'll be back right after these words.
That drives me crazy with Milton Berle. That's such a tantrum.
Forget it. He was
unbelievable.
He eventually stopped doing the roast. That was his last one. But we became pals after that.
You know, I worked with him a bunch of times. I did interviews. And he agreed graciously. I had a talk show on E! Before I had like my regular radio show. It was an interview show. So Milton Berle is insisting I come back and see him before I interview him. And I said to them at E! I said, look, I don't do that. Like, I think it's much better to sort of like get on there and spontaneous. If he has something he wants to talk to me about, well, let's do it on the air, whatever it is. Because he might have said to me, don't bring up my cock, don't do that, you know, and I would have been like, fuck, you know, because like, whatever, you know, these are the things I wanted to bring up. So I'm resisting. He says, look, I'm not coming out till you come and see me. So, you know, it's like we're pissing contest. I go back to see him. And he was the one who started in with me. He says, listen, I'm going to go out there and say this, then you're going to say this. And you say, Uncle Milton, you were on Beverly Hills 90210. How is it that they're not giving you an Emmy? Then I'll say, no, don't bring it up. Then you'll say, you should get an Emmy, Uncle Milty. And then I'll say, no, I'm embarrassed for you to bring it up. Then what you say is you give out the phone number for the Emmys, and then you tell your fans. And I was just like, oh my God, here's a guy who's had a huge career. He still fucking cared. He was 80 fucking years old. And he still cared about getting this goddamn Emmy. Wow. You know, it was crazy.
He loved the attention.
He loved it. He couldn't bear that you were doing well.
He couldn't bear to be irrelevant.
Right.
The last time I ever saw him, he was in a wheelchair. We were honoring Sid Caesar for like his 80th birthday. And I knew he wanted to be acknowledged. And I said, Milton Berle is here, and he brought a wheelchair for his cock. He leaped out, and he was so happy.
Yeah, he wanted, that's true. That's why he used to come on our show.
Right.
He thought it was like sort of, but you know, he was great when he was on our show. Like, we loved having him.
He used to.
That's cool that he was your guest, though.
Yeah.
It was a real big deal.
What he used to tell Howard all the time was, we would say, but Uncle Milton, we heard all these roasts that you would do, you know, these things. He goes, those were done in private. Working blue in public, that's a whole different thing. Those were meant to never be heard. But Howard's like, but you're cursing up a storm. It's not meant to be heard. Like, he had a whole...
He had his whole theory of everything. But he was funny, yeah, you know, he was fun.
He gave me shit for making the roast public.
He was a pain.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Thank
Great
you.
time.
Good to see you again.
Thanks,
Great job.
How you doing? I heard you mention during the interview that a mere plug or indication of something you should do automatically leads to success when it's mentioned on the Howard Stern Show.
It's true. It's true. If Howard puts it out there, it happens. It's just a fact. He's like the Walter Winchell of our generation.
Now, even though Howard hasn't done stand-up comedy, it seems like every comedian who walks through these doors really respects him. Why is that, in your opinion?
Because he's our Johnny Carson. He's the guy that you want to be called over to the couch. He has great taste, and this is the black belt of broadcasting right here.
It's sort of a combination of what you do and broadcasting, I guess.
It's new, and Howard's managed to stay relevant and on top of the world. It's pretty amazing for a long time.
Jeff, another good appearance.
Thanks.
Thank you for coming down, man.
Great to be here.
was listening to Howard 100 News yesterday, and I heard the disturbing report that Teddy got mugged for his iPhone. Teddy, what does John call him? Teddy Microphone. I don't know when that happened.
Teddy just got married.
Yeah, it turns out he was on the subway, and he says like a pack of wolves, like 7 guys descended on him and tried to fight him. Grabbed his iPhone, and then he chased them, and they turned around and looked at him, and they said to him, "Hey, Teddy," or whatever.
They knew him?
No. They said, "Hey, look, guy, stop chasing us. You're being foolish." Like they almost said, like, "What do you want to get your ass kicked?"
Asking for trouble.
And Teddy thought about it, and he said, maybe this guy's giving me good advice. But the odd part of the story, and why I want to speak to Teddy, because this is upsetting to me. Teddy has one of those apps where he can track where his iPhone is, exactly where it is. He says, "Here it is. I know exactly where my iPhone is." And
so why is he chasing them?
Well, he called the police, and the police wouldn't do anything about it. He said, "Would you send a car over there and get my iPhone? There's been a crime."
Well, this is horrible because obviously these people are predators.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, here we have the technology to get the guy's iPhone back and catch a bunch of marauders. Why would the police not? I don't understand his story. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense to me. I believe the police would go check it out.
Why not? They're doing the stop and frisk thing. This is obviously people who are up to no good.
Gary, when is Teddy